You've been hearing us talk about imperial yeast for a while now, and that's because we absolutely love the stuff. With 200 billion cells in each pitch-right pouch, we rarely need to make starters these days. While originally based out of Portland, Oregon, imperial yeast has expanded to the East Coast, meaning even more people have access to their incredible lineup of yeast, including popular strains like A07 Flagship, A38 Juice, A09 Pub, and a Brülosophy favorite, L17 Harvest. So good. Whether you brew at home or on the commercial scale, imperial yeast has what you need to make the best beer possible. You can check out all of their available strains and start your planning at imperialyeast.com. Hey everybody, this is the Brülosophy Podcast. I'm your host, Marshall Schott, and today I am joined by all of your favorite beer reviewers, Tim Meisch, Justin Pretzer, Craig Fry.
What's about it?
To review the 12th installment of the Brü Club's AvgBrü beers. For this quarter, members of the Brü Club chose to focus on the classically delicious style known as American Amber Ale, which I am certain all of you guys are familiar with.
Yes.
In fact, Justin, I have a feeling that you're probably an expert on this style.
I'm an expert in all things beer, especially amber.
Are you going to tell us later, or are you going to jump in and tell us now, or what?
No, although this is an offshoot of the Vienna lager. Lots of Marisoters and phenols and esters go into making this. It's going to be good stuff.
Boy,
I believe, actually, gentlemen, that the American Amber Ale started in the 1980s.
I cannot wait to learn about this style from you, Justin.
Let me Google it as well.
Yeah, you might learn more.
I put it in the old Google box.
As is the case with many American beer styles, American Amber Ale was essentially ripped off from the Brits. So I don't mean to...
Google did me dirty then. It said it's an offshoot of Vienna.
I knew it.
Vienna is just north of England, but south of Ethiopia.
Of Britain.
Zimbabwe.
But the British, the British are known for brewing amazingly delicious malt-forward, amber-colored ales. They've been doing it for centuries. And as here in America, we're wont to do, I just mentioned this on a prior episode, right? Go big or go home is kind of the American credo. That's exactly what we did. We not only upped the strength of these amber style beers, but we also upped the hopping as well.
Damn right we did.
That's right. That's what we know. That's what we do. And we use primarily domestic hop varieties as opposed to English varieties, which tend to be a little bit more earthy, maybe more floral. American hops, New World hops, they're known for being very fruity. And so that is what American Amber Ale is essentially. I love the style, and I'm really excited. It's what the Brü Club selected for this quarter. I have no idea how they got influenced to do that. I've only been begging for it for, 2 years now? So now if you're interested in this kind of stuff, or you just want a group of cool folks to hang out with, you can learn much more about the Brü Club by visiting thebruclub.com. Base membership is free, and they also have a paid option that gets you even more cool perks. Again, you can check out everything the Brü Club has got going on and become a member today by visiting thebruclub.com. That's thebruclub.com. I just participated in their monthly meeting. Julia Hertz from the AHA, the now non-BA associated version of the AHA, was the guest. Really interesting stuff, and they've got stuff going on every month, really every day. So go join now, brewclub.com.
Do you get access to that type of behind-the-scenes content on the free, or do you got to pay for that?
They've got way more pull for me, but it is free to join the Brü. But there's a
they
paid,
need to join. There's too much good stuff.
There's no reason for anybody not to join the Brü Club, and also they do the AvgBrü thing.
Oh, do it now.
Which means you could send us your beer, which we're never going to say no to, and we might review it on the show. If it's part of the AvgBrü, we're going to review it on the show. So if you enjoy this show, we'd also love for you to consider joining the Brü Crew by becoming a patron of Brülosophy, which you can do over at patreon.com/Brülosophy. By making a small monthly pledge, you'll receive rewards like access to unpublished contributor recipes, unique discounts at yakimaValleyHops.com, and an invitation to a monthly live Q&A session with somebody in the brewing world. Our guest for this month, February of 2025, is author, podcast host, and longtime figure in the world of homebrewing, Drew Beecham. As you've all likely heard by now, and I just mentioned, the American Homebrewers Association recently announced that they are going to be completely disassociating from the Brewers Association, going completely independent as a non-profit organization. And Drew is a member of what they're calling the transitional board. For as long as I've known Drew, he has been dedicated to this hobby and those who engage in it. And I'm really confident that his inclusion in this transitional process is a good thing. Of course, patrons can ask him anything they want about anything they would like to know about, like his experience with experimental brewing, with Denny Kahn, cider making, and of course, guacamole beers. He makes some really weird stuff.
Can you ask where babies come from?
I'm not sure if Drew knows about that, actually. We might have to teach him where
we can Google it.
The birds and the bees.
Don't Google it.
No, he's going to, birds and the bees. To be part of this session, make your pledge of just $3 or more by Friday, February 21st, 2025, as Drew's going to be taking questions on Saturday, the 22nd. All past sessions are stored on our private Patreon and YouTube pages, so you can go back and watch them whenever you like. Again, that's patreon.com/brülosophy. And I apologize for my slip up there. The reason I do that is because we just moved off of Facebook, which I know a lot of you out there have been complaining about. It's held you back from becoming a patron because you don't want anything to do with Facebook. So we're no longer doing these there. We use Skype for these Q&A sessions. People actually get to verbally interact with the guests. It's a lot of fun. So go join today, patreon.com/brülosophy. Another really easy way to help us out is by using the links found at brülosophy.com/support. When you're shopping online, your experience doesn't change at all, and we get a little kickback for the referral. Finally, if you wouldn't mind letting us know what you think about this show by leaving a rating and review in Apple Podcast or wherever it is you listen to podcasts, we'd appreciate that as well. Feedback is brought to you by Clawhammer Supply, who, in addition to having an awesome YouTube channel chock full of great brewing-related content, sell what we believe to be some of the best electric brewing systems on the market. If you've been considering making the move from propane to electric, you owe it to yourself to check out Clawhammer Supply. Whether you're after a 120-volt, 5-gallon unit or something bigger, like their powerful 240-volt, 10-gallon system, Clawhammer has got you covered. Learn more about everything they have to offer at clawhammersupply.com. And don't forget to check out their YouTube channel as well. All right. I saved this one for you guys. Listener Gabe McQueen shot me an email a couple weeks ago after hearing about my recent move to this house. And since this is our first time recording as a group, your guys' first time recording in the new studio, I thought we'd offer more than just my thoughts on this one. Gabe said, "Congrats on the move. My family did the same thing a few months ago. It was no fun at all, but now that everything's unpacked and in its place, things are pretty great. Also, like you, I do some of my own recording, but my setup is pretty basic. Still, setting it up was a pain in the ass. I can't imagine the stress of needing to have everything in order to record a podcast. If you don't mind, what was that like for you? Also, how are you liking the new place so far compared to where you were before?" So,
well, this is like a 20,000 square foot studio, so that had to. It was tough.
Yeah.
Compared to the old one, this
is quite the upgrade.
Different. Yeah, it's different. Still some stuff we've got to change. I don't mind you asking that at all, Gabe. Usually these are ones that I respond to via email because I won't even add them to the Brew and A, but I thought, hey, you guys will be here so you can talk about your experience. If there's one thing that I feel like I can talk about just as much, maybe even more dorkily than beer, it's probably sound and recording stuff. That's not to say I'm an expert in this. I'm definitely not. I just really enjoy geeking out on it. Anyway, as far as the setup goes, it was a bit of a pain, mostly because I opted to get this new desk that I feel like it's an L-shaped desk that it was cheap. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't mind drilling holes into it to put grommets in that we could put our mic stands in and all of that stuff. But getting into this room was a pain in the butt.
It was easy.
Yeah, you didn't do crap, bud. Thank you. But it was the other problem was that we decided to sell our desks before we recorded the first episode in here. So I had to get everything set up and find this desk the first week we moved in. So it was a mad scramble to do that. The other problem is I used these mic boosters and I didn't realize everything was working swimmingly. I think we've recorded 4 episodes in here so far with me and a remote, co-host. It was only when I was setting up last night that I already told you about this issue, Craig, that I ran into the problem with this mic booster.
Right.
The mics that we use, they're pretty nice mics, and they require a little bit of a boost in gain that you can't get just from your other equipment. So I bought these mic boosters, and the one that we're using for Craig was having some issues yesterday, but I think we've worked it out. I'm not hearing any weird
I don't know. It sounds fine.
Yeah, it's a helium issue. So other than that, though, things have been going great. I love it. This is probably so far with the move. It takes a minute to get to make a house a home, and we're still working on that. But this is a pretty cool space.
I want to say that it's a little more intense because you're looking right at us.
I know,
as
it's
you're
a little
talking.
weird.
Yeah.
Before
His laptop's right in front of me.
Turn and we can make faces and flip you off if we wanted.
Yeah.
But now I feel like we're in trouble because you're looking at us as you're talking.
The bathroom was going to get tremendous.
It's going to
use.
get destroyed.
I already
absolutely
peed.
wreck it.
destroyed. That is one of the most convenient things about this is that we have a bathroom attached to this room now. So it in a weird way,
I'm actually recording from the bathroom right now.
there would be way more reverb. Trust me. Yeah. But yeah, so far so good. We've got our own closet. We can store all the recording gear in when we're not doing
And
this.
Justin
We've got Justin
in the closet.
Oh yeah,
they
we
store me with a.
Gotcha.
I'm the one that holds the microphones vertical.
Yeah. So, anyways, very happy with the new place, and I hope that your move is. It sounds like you're already settled in. He moved a few months before me. It sounds like so. Hopefully that stays that way, and we're getting there right before. The biggest thing I've got to work on is building out my brewery, which that's probably going to take another month or two, just because I've got too many ideas and I've got to settle on what exactly I want to do. We all know. Can relate with that, yeah. So, but that's where we're at.
Beverage fridge.
Yeah, beverage fridge. We're gonna put that in the studio.
AC
we don't have that yet.
in the garage there. For the
that's not happening. But the couch is going to be delivered for the studio. The couch will be delivered on Thursday of next week.
Nice.
So,
And the next
all kinds of cool stuff.
the next episode will be on our jammies in the bed doing it.
Well, it is,
Be great.
the couch has a bed in it, but that's for guests, not for you guys. Yeah.
I like to be cozy.
Yeah. You can get as cozy as
Yeah.
you want. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go. Hold on, we're gonna get rid of the 3 comfortable chairs. Well, the 2 chairs and the folding chair
Sorry,
that I'm stuck in
Sorry, Justin.
for a love seat.
Well,
And the
you
3
don't
of
look
us are
near
gonna
as
have to sit
comfortable
on the
as we
love
are.
seat.
You guys can squeeze next to each other on that love seat if you want, but we're going to keep those chairs. We'll figure out something.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to move on from that. Gabe, thank you so much for the feedback. If you have show feedback, you can send it to feedback@brulosophy.com or drop us a line on social media. All righty, when we're back from this break, Average Brew American Amber Ale reviews. Established in 1995, More Beer has been consistently serving the greater brewing community since the times IPA was expected to be bitter and clear, and there are reasons they've stuck around so long. In addition to their massive product selection and excellent customer service, More Beer has locations on both the west and the east coast of the United States, which translates into fast shipping times regardless of where you live. And when you spend more than $59, shipping is free. When you're in need of brewing ingredients and gear, there's no better option than morebeer.com, one of the most trusted shops on the planet.
Curiosity Weekly. It's a podcast from Discovery, and they help you make sense of some of the biggest questions and ideas shaping our world. Each week, they unpack breaking science and tech news with expert guests who make it all make sense. And it's great, and it's so fascinating. They've got great topics like how neuroscientists are studying TikTok and all your social media habits to see which chemicals are being released in your brain that make you so obsessed. Or did you know you can fly from Florida to England on a plane using recycled plastic jet fuel? Or that how AI can now read hieroglyphs from Egyptian pyramids? Or even how there are robots that can appear to feel pain? And if you're listening to our show, I know you're curious about the world, so I think you're going to like this show and you should check it out. And each episode is the perfect length. It's around 11, 12 minutes or so, and it's just like a nice little knowledge snack. It's like a knowledge canapé. So check it out and listen to Curiosity Weekly wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you ever thought about adding a port to your kettle but held off because you didn't feel like drilling into your gear or sending it off to have someone else do it? From the makers of the world's fastest counterflow chiller, the Exchillerator, comes the Hangover, the easiest way to add extra ports to your kettle as well as countless other options. Mount a faucet to your keg for easy portable pouring. Set up the perfect whirlpool arm. Hold a heating element in place. All of this and so much more without permanently modifying your gear. Manufactured right here in the United States, the Hangover offers brewers too many convenient solutions to list here. So head over to Exchillerator.com today to see what the Hangover can do for you.
Curiosity Weekly. It's a podcast from Discovery, and they help you make sense of some of the biggest questions and ideas shaping our world. Each week, they unpack breaking science and tech news with expert guests who make it all make sense. And it's great, and it's so fascinating. They've got great topics like how neuroscientists are studying TikTok and all your social media habits to see which chemicals are being released in your brain that make you so obsessed. Or did you know you can fly from Florida to England on a plane using recycled plastic jet fuel? Or that how AI can now read hieroglyphs from Egyptian pyramids? Or even how there are robots that can appear to feel pain? And if you're listening to our show, I know you're curious about the world, so I think you're going to like this show and you should check it out. And each episode is the perfect length. It's around 11, 12 minutes or so, and it's just like a nice little knowledge snack. It's like a knowledge canapé. So check it out and listen to Curiosity Weekly wherever you get your podcasts.
So I turned 21 in 2002, which I know feels like just yesterday for Tim and Craig.
Because you're old.
Because you're old. Anyway, at the time, some of the most popular craft beers were Fat Tire Ale from New Belgium Brewery. And especially up in the Pacific Northwest, there's this beer called Mac and Jack's African Amber, which I believe has like a orange peel or something in it, but it was delicious. For whatever unfortunate reason, the interest in American Amber Ale gradually began to wane to the point that these days it's more common for a brewery not to have one in their regular rotation, which is a huge bummer for people like me who love the style. Thankfully, we've got the Brü Club to provide them for us, at least for this one, Friday evening. We'll be drinking them. I've been wanting to do this for the last, 2 years. Go to the store, grab a commercial example to like get our palate straight and give you guys an idea of what a commercial example of a classic style of whatever beer we're reviewing is. I couldn't even find Fat Tire at our local grocery store anymore. If that's not a sign,
that's California for you.
Of things, of where things are with beer and brewing, or maybe even just amber ale. Oh,
Craig has a
question.
Funny story. Not so funny.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
I was in Portland for a business meeting not too long ago, and I had a Mac and Jack's.
It's great, right?
Yes.
It's so good.
Oh.
I know. I get it every time I go up to Seattle, which is a few times a year. I love it still. But sadly, the style just seems to have fallen out of favor. And, breweries have to make what sells. And right now, everybody just wants hazy IPA.
Ugh,
I
Craig.
know. Craig loves it.
Damn.
No hate. So here's how the BJCP describes American Amber Ale. Do you know? Do you have it memorized?
It's a direct ripoff of Vienna. We just took it and made it better.
Okay.
In the 1980s.
So that's pretty close. Let me read what the BJCP says. American Amber Ale is an amber, hoppy, moderate strength American craft beer with a malty caramel flavor. The balance can vary quite a bit, with some versions being fairly malty and others being aggressively hoppy. Hoppy and bitter versions should not have clashing flavors with the caramel malt profile.
I don't know what happened. It seems like you're talking with your hands a lot tonight.
Yeah, I feel that
There
way.
is a lot-
I feel like I'm on the
wait,
spot because you're all looking at me.
Wait.
Yeah, it's kinda weird.
What do I do with my hands?
Put them in your armpits.
Yeah.
I'll just fold them down here. How does that sound to you guys, though? Pretty good description.
Yeah, very good
ready.
description.
I know. You guys just want to get to drinking, but we have to go over some stuff.
We got to
first.
discuss the rules.
So, the Brü Club, I describe this every time, they set parameters for each one of these average brew things that they're doing. Each quarter they have parameters, and we've learned that the Brü Club members don't always follow the rules.
That's right.
To a T, and we're kind of okay with that. But here are the rules or the parameters that the Brü Club set for this one. So for malts, they said they can use pale two-row malt, Munich malt, and or Maris Otter malt. So Maris Otter malt is a British malt that a lot of people, myself included, absolutely love because it contributes kind of a nutty, almost a peanut buttery, very slight peanut buttery flavor that melds well with pretty much everything. I've definitely used it in American Amber Ale in the past. Caramel and crystal malts, they had to use medium crystal malt, which is between 40 and 60 Lovibond. Specialty or alternative fermentables, they said that it's optional to use Victory malt and or honey malt, both of which I keep in stock in my brewery at all times. Roasted grains, this is how you're going to get some of that color in there. Pale chocolate and or chocolate malt. Pale chocolate malt tends to contribute kind of a nutty if used lightly, kind of a nutty characteristic or a nutty flavor. Chocolate malt, you're kind of leaning more into that darker roast. If you use too much, you're gonna kind of go into porter range. And then for hops, bittering, Magnum or Columbus, also known as CTZ. Both of these are relatively high alpha acid hops, so they have really strong bittering potential without having to use too much of it, particularly early in the boil. Magnum is arguably a bit more clean. It has like a cleaner bitterness. It's not so harsh than CTZ or Columbus, but they're both great bittering hops. For mid-boil, so around the halfway mark, Cascade, Amarillo, or Centennial can be used. Same for late boil and flame out hops, and then same for the dry hop. Or they could the members could opt to not dry hop the beer at all. It's weird for me because when I first started brewing, if you asked me how to make an American Amber Ale, I don't think I would have included a dry hop charge. These days, there's no way I'd make one without a dry hop charge. That's where you get that hoppy punch that's not bitter. It's just that fruity, good hop character. So they don't have to go with it, but if they do, it has to be Cascade, Amarillo, or Centennial. For the yeast, there was a little bit of a typo, I think, on the rules. They said the Chico strain, but then they listed some strains that weren't necessarily the Chico strain. So for that, it could be Imperial Yeast AO7 Flagship, WLP 001 California Ale, Saf Ale US 05. They also listed Imperial Yeast AO1 House. So if somebody uses that, they didn't really break the rules because it was on the sheet. Same thing with AvgBrü Brü 97. So they could use any of those. All of them are clean fermenting American style yeast. With the Whitbread Dry is an English yeast that is still known to be fairly clean fermenting. No adjuncts were listed. Brewing parameters. Mash temperature 152 to 153 Fahrenheit or 66 C. The mash length is 60 minutes. The boil length is 60 minutes. We're targeting an IBU of 25 to 45, and we're targeting an original gravity of 1051 to 1060. All of these things coming into play, this should yield a beer with anywhere from about 5 to 7% ABV, give or take, which is right where I aim, what I aim for when making American Amber Ale myself. I like to go for about 6 to 6.5% personally. Do you guys have any questions or thoughts about this style before we dig into this first beer that Justin so graciously poured for us?
No, I stopped listening.
You just want to drink? All right, let's comment on the, you guys have a bottle, we have a bottle. Let's talk about the label
Let's talk about
first.
the label. It looks like a new-aged badass hamburglar.
Who went on a
Yeah,
diet.
he's stealing
Hamburglar.
hops. Yeah, he's stealing a bunch
does,
of hops.
huh?
It's all right. This is my new favorite label that we've actually.
look at
This
had.
is badass.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit.
Some better lighting.
So did we? I've got
There you go.
this one comes from the Palermos, Matt and Sarah Palermo. So it sounds like they brewed it together.
Son of a monkey.
That's
good.
cool.
Oh well, I mean, I'm still looking at the
The artwork AI generated.
in shape Hamburglar on the front. Yeah,
Is that weed or
Yeah,
avocados on the ground?
Yeah, he's stealing.
They're
It's a
hops.
hoppy avocado,
which is the cousin of weed? Yeah.
Avocado.
it's a avocado.
But the label is dope. It is super.
That's
colorful.
my
Yeah.
favorite label by far.
Dude, the Hamburglar is. I guess it'd be the hot burglar is yacked.
It's way better than
Yeah.
the yellow masking
This should be
tape.
called Hot Burglar.
Yeah, it's hot burglar ale.
Hey, Matt and Sarah, we came up with a name for your Amber Ale. I think we've all had about 3 Miller Lights so far. That's a good lube ourselves up. So this is the
4.
first real flavorful beer that we've 4. Okay, Timmy, thank
Yeah.
you.
We had one in the house.
Yeah, we pre-gamed the pre-game.
Pre-game, the pre-game, yeah. So I'm going to read what the Palermos said. They said, "Hey, Marshall and gang, we were wine tipsy, so this beer's name went through way too much workshopping before we decided to just go the Amberglar."
Oh,
Even better.
Even better. God
The
damn, we
hot
suck at
burglar.
marketing.
That's clever.
Yeah, but you could have 2. Yeah, the hot burglar.
I
think
wonder,
we're onto something.
This looks very AI to me. And
Oh, yeah,
I love AI, so I
Absolutely
know,
AI.
But it is so good.
Yeah.
It is so
Hold
good.
on. I'm going to mess with AI while you're talking.
Come up with the Amberglar. I love that. We originally had tried to base the name on how this beer is not only an average brew, but our contributions to the recipe and brew day were very 50-50, which is typical for us as a duo that brews. That's pretty good.
I get it.
I hope you have kids because you are very dad jokey.
Yeah.
Matt or Sarah, whoever wrote this. We are Matt and Sarah Palermo, and we have been brewing since 2019, and we recently welcomed our first little assistant brewer, Ezra, last May.
Nice.
We won't bore you with more information. This beer's pretty average, but it's been drinking great for us. Look, when Laura was pregnant with Hazel, before we knew that Hazel was a girl, the first name on our list was Ezra, just because we like it.
Anything's better than Ezra.
Better than. Oh, that's pretty good too. It's pretty good. Justin over here showing me his AI versions of the AvgBrü.
Put your AI away.
Yeah. But I love the name Ezra. Ezra Palermo just sounds so good, rolls off the tongue.
Oh, that's cool.
And coincidentally, Ezra was born in May, which is also the month that my daughter,
month ever.
The month that my daughter was born, and that you and your daughter were born. So whole bunch of love coming from us over here. Now let's tear this beer apart.
It's good.
How's it
It's
smell?
got some good flavor.
Oh my god!
And I'm
Tim,
sitting,
why don't you tell us how it smells?
Well, it doesn't smell like anything.
I'll have what is no smell for 500, Alex?
What is Tim comments? That should be a drinking game. Every
It's
time
actually
Tim
Yeah,
comments,
it
on
just
his-
smells like
it's
just
canned
caramely
today.
bread.
Yeah, it smells so
The
good.
caramel is
Biscuits,
very
not
good.
bread. Biscuits. Biscuits.
it's delightful.
I haven't even sipped it yet. This is the smell
it
of
is-
an American amber ale. Yeah.
It is creamy. It is.
It's very
I mean,
good.
not a lot of head on mine. At least Marshall's.
I don't think that's. I think that's just a function of pouring it gently, so
I
we
get that
leave any.
little metallic-y.
Like a
So
little metallic.
I've realized something with Tim.
It's just me.
Anytime he has a beer that's a little bit darker than red, it's roasted malt. You get a metallic thing from it.
Yeah.
I said that on an episode many years ago, and somebody emailed me and was like, "My God, so do I."
Okay, so I get that when I drink like a Dos Equis or something like that. Like a metallic-y, it's going to sound gross. Almost like, you cut your finger and you're like, oh, type of a thing, that flavor. Irony. I'm weird. Whatever.
Well, no, I actually don't think that's
never-
as uncommon as it sounds. I think some people's focus.
Heineken, not Dos Equis. I'm sorry, Heineken.
Heineken
Yeah, I would go there.
Heineken is known for having the classic kind of skunk character to it.
Yeah.
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Heineken's gross.
I love it.
Do you really?
I'm a weirdo. Yes.
Yeah, let's not do one of those.
I don't
versions.
mind a cold Heineken's good stuff.
Fucking
Is it
dude. I love
really?
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cold.
I love it. Or
Cold.
Beck's.
Oh, Beck's is good.
I feel like I don't know if I'd be able to pick out either one of those in a triangle test, but
We should do it.
Back to the Palermo's Ambergler.
It's very good.
It's very good.
This
I
is a
the
solid,
the
strong
color's
start.
beautiful too.
Yeah, I mean, it is just.
It's crystal clear.
I got the great light over here. I got the
yeah.
beer light.
Yeah, I missed the light from the outside there.
Well, we haven't done one at
We
night.
haven't
in a long
done one at
time.
night.
I know. I think I'm gonna put some like those LED lights I bought. I think I'm gonna wrap them around here, and we can have a cool like.
Yeah, let's
bluish
not
color.
do that.
You got a light right
this
there?
is
That
just
light sucks.
this
trust
is
me.
just like a copper
It's gorgeous.
gorgeousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful color.
Maybe that's where the metallic comes from.
Is the copper?
I see what you did there. Nicely done.
I taste the color.
Yeah, this tastes like cinnamon.
Yeah, good job, Craig.
Oh man, that is so good. And you said
It's-
creamy. I get the
it's-
same mouthfeel.
Yeah, there's just a lot going on there. Gosh, I want some
It's
food
delicious.
right now to go with that. That is good.
Here's what I love about the Palermos is we won't bore you with more. This beer's pretty average. Here's
It's delicious.
It's
If
delicious.
that's their average beer, son of a bitch, what would it be if they put?
But here's what I'm saying: is American Amber Ale is an average style.
Don't you say that? We're America.
The amber part is what I'm
okay. As you were.
But it's just an average style, and I think that's kind of why it's fallen out of favor a little bit. This is what brings people back to it. Is this style of beer? I'm telling you that right now, Matt, Sarah, you guys kicked ass on this one. I think it's absolutely delicious.
It's friggin' fire.
Very good.
The aroma. Go back and smell it after you've had a few sips.
Oh,
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't look at you when I talk
Smell
about
this
smell.
now that my glass is empty and I've burped into it.
Okay.
That smells
Do you
like
smell
ass.
nothing? Huh. I smell more out of an empty glass after drinking it
Yeah.
than I did with a full glass.
Yeah. That happens to me too sometimes.
Does
As
it? Oh, we're the same.
We are twinsies. Stop it, Tim. Gross. Does it smell like shit?
God, these beers are skunky.
Oh man, let's get that next one
Yeah,
prepped.
it's got good aroma.
This is good.
This has got the full. This is the full
good.
picture, and I'm not. We're
good.
not here to kiss anybody's ass, but boy, this is a good one. I would order multiple
high
pints
standard
of this.
for the first one.
What in the hell?
A lot of people use.
Look at that
reuse
label.
If
bottles.
you
that
told
looks
me this was
familiar.
an Alaskan Amber, I'd believe it. It tastes.
Here's the thing. So Alaskan Amber is an alt beer, but it's amber in color, so they just called it something familiar. Alt beer, or at least Alaskan Amber, is pretty sweet. It's got kind of this.
It's a definitely sweeter.
It's sweeter than this. This has got that in my opinion,
It's
right?
good.
That perfect blend of dry but caramely, but not sweet caramely, flavored caramely.
a
with
deep richness.
Oh yeah, and then this.
This one looks weird.
So to me, this tastes a lot like Centennial and Cascade hops. They didn't include the recipe.
good.
I'm perfectly fine with that. I like actually how people are sending. This next one's pretty short too. Absolutely excellent Palermo family. Ezra's going to be a great brewer in about 20 years. So
Yeah.
kick-ass stuff. All right, we're on to the next one. I got to pour mine, but
So
you
we're going to
guys
start
go
with the labels. These are recycled bottles.
Yeah, cheaters.
Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, right up the road from us in Chico.
Yeah.
This,
Also, narwhal. They did.
Yeah,
they did one-
narwhal. This one is definitely not as red as the last one.
it's different looking.
It's kind of
It's
cloudy orange.
Yeah, it's much hazier than the other one.
Oh, Greg, that's you then.
So I mean, here's the thing. Back when I was bottling, whether off the tap or
Off the teat.
look here. So this off the tap or off the teat. Well, I'm not a. So Eric Hagen sent this one in. Eric, thank you for sending it in. I like how you could tell he put an effort into removing the label and
Yeah,
probably was
he's like, you know what?
"Screw
Halfway
this."
through, he's
I'm done.
F it.
Back when I was bottling a lot for competition or sending stuff into out to friends or whatever it was, all you do is you put this in some hot water for about 10 minutes and the labels just fall off.
Oh.
Yeah,
We
whatever.
used to do that at the bar and just stick
Yeah.
them on people.
Oh yeah, and they will stick. Yeah, and but the label on this one, I'll give you a 2 out of 10. I mean, you did write amber on a white sticky thing.
Oh, it's got a whole different taste.
Oh,
It does.
Jersey should be here.
For his wife. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good one.
I can. Yeah, I don't know.
This smells coffee-like.
It smells different. Well, the
All
other
right.
one I couldn't
Marshall,
smell.
smell it.
though.
Smell it.
Okay, smell it
Yeah.
before I read it. All
Yeah.
right. Oh, it's way more roasty. Yeah,
Yeah, it's very coffee.
It's definitely got a roasted coffee bean aroma to it. Not unpleasant though.
But it's very clean and
It's
and
also
sweet tasting.
It's also oddly. Oh, I got.
It's a kind of oxidized.
Oh,
Is it?
you got a little doo-doo in there?
Purple?
So what can happen if you get a pediococcus infection?
Oh, I've had one of those once. Couple shots. Took great.
Took it right away.
God, it burns.
You get what they call ropey or a stringy thing, and if you look in mine, you see there's that.
Is that a parasite?
It's not a parasite. It's perfectly fine to drink, and
fuck.
I'm still gonna sip it.
I'm going to talk to you tomorrow when I'm on the crapper.
You're the
Well,
doctor.
no promises.
Just another day,
Oh,
right?
wait a minute.
just another day at the
I got a
worksite.
floater in mine.
Yeah. So
And on to the next one.
I ain't trying to shit my pants on live radio.
I don't think that's if it's pediococcus, it hasn't really taken hold yet. There's something
That's what she
floating.
said.
He's an expert on BD cocktail.
Yeah, Marshall's had pediococcus 14 times in his life.
I've said it maybe 14 times in my life. Okay,
But
Eric,
I'm going to be honest. I want to drink it, but I don't want to ingest pediococcus.
it's a perfectly safe bacteria.
Yeah, that's what they said about HIV.
I don't think that's what they said about.
That's not what they said.
Okay, so I'm going to read what Eric said. Eric, we're not making fun of you. This has happened to me before. In fact, almost the same thing happened to me with a beer that scored first place in category in one competition. Another bottle, I sent it in, and it was ropey and stringy, and the judges were like, "This is awful." So it happens. It's one of the risks we run. Now, here's the part that's going to kill me: is that the first thing Eric says in his paper is,
Pediococcus.
"I'm pretty excited to be able to send you some beer." Oh.
God dang it. Now we're just crushing it. We were excited to try it.
He says, my amber ale just happened to be the Frankenbrew I put together with my buddy Keith. He decided to make an amber ale for the Frankenbrew. Once the guidelines came out, it aligned perfectly for the amber except for the yeast. I would not have gone with Munich had I known, but I think it made a decent beer anyway. It's within guidelines, so I won't bore you with the details. I'll take the loss of points. But I also sent you a black IPA. We're going to drink that after the fact.
Yes.
This is one of those rounds where almost, I would say, 6 out of the 10 people sent us extras. We might open one if I accidentally forgot to take it out of the bag. But most of them will drink with pizza afterwards. So he says, I would not have gone with Munich because it's with it. But I also sent you Black IPA that's a bit heavy on roasted malt, but pretty fruity and fun. So I sent it for fun. 6.6% ABV.
Ooh.
So plus points. Ha ha ha. He says, thanks, Marshall and crew. Side note, I've been struggling for some reason with bottling lately. I deep cleaned everything. Hopefully these are good. Eric, I appreciate you pointing that out. You know that we're not here to just shit on people. That is not, we all feel bad about it, but we're also.
That's another podcast.
Yeah. Hosted by other people.
Exactly.
We are definitely, that's not the case. I actually was brave enough to take a sip, even though
I did too. For what it's worth,
I took 2. Now
it
I
was
gotta-
very clean and kind of sweet tasting, but
So that clean, sweet tasting could be a sign of the issues that he's been having with bottling, because if you get some sort of a fermentative microbe in there that actually eats even more sugars than the yeast did, the ale yeast did, it will dry it out more and take away some of that flavor, just make it feel kind of thin. I got the same thing.
Yeah.
It was not overly carbonated. We didn't get bottle bombs. So it does make me think, just by the look, I'm by no means an expert in this, but just because of the look of that floater, and Pediococcus takes a long
that's what
time.
my wife said.
my pediococcus is burning.
I
right
should
now.
never have said the whole thing.
No.
Pedio takes a long time to actually take hold of beer, to sour it and make issues. I don't think that this has been in the bottle long enough. Plus, I've kept it stored cold. So Eric, I'm willing to bet that your kegged version of this beer, if you kegged it, or the fresh versions that you have at home, were really good. It's just that this one, whatever bottling issues you have, were not necessarily saved on these bottles here. So both of them did have issues. We love you so much. This is not a diss. I trust that your beers are awesome. So let's move on to the next one.
Let's. Can we move him to the top for the next average brew?
We don't have say in that, but hey, Haven.
Aren't you Mr. Brewlosophy?
But I'm not Mr. the Brew Club. That's the thing. They started a thing outside of us. But
Hey, Mister.
if Eric is open to sending us beers again, even if he doesn't get selected, we'll go 11 on the next one. And he
Hell
can
yes,
send us
we will.
beers. Yeah, we should make that a rule. Actually,
That's absolutely
that's
a good
pretty.
rule.
yeah. All right, got the next one, and let's
very pretty.
pay attention. That is gorgeous, and let's pay attention to that bottle first. Was it one beer?
Horn
one bottle, 2 bottles?
Island Brewing, Average Brew, American Amber Ale.
B. HIB.
Horn Island Brewing.
Hebe.
I love Is it this label here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I like how
Yeah, it's
classic
cool.
it is. Yeah, super clean, nice.
Yeah, it's
oval
very
shape.
like upstate Massachusetts,
Well,
Rhode
it's-
Island.
Maybe they'll tell us where they're
Ooh,
from.
it smells yummy.
I bet they're from Horn Island.
All right, here we go. This was Harley Hopkins from Falls Church, Virginia. So
So close.
East Coast, yeah.
I don't think there's any islands in Virginia.
Harley Hopkins.
I don't know.
That's a cool name.
That's wait, is that his real name or is that his pen name?
He signed it with a pen that says Harley, which is pretty rad.
Harley Hopkins is like the badass brewer name.
Wow.
I know. Horn Island Brewing is a dope name too, but like you could go with Harley Hopkins Brewing and like, people
Yeah.
would be like, "Yeah, man."
Oh, dude, I had a Harley Hopkins Amber. I was hammered.
Were you ambered though? 'Cause
I was
that's-
ambered by Hurley.
He says, "Happy New Year." Enclosed is my take on American Amber Ale called Caught in Amber. Ooh, I like that. I named my brewery Horn Island in
I'm
honor
sorry.
of
Wait,
my-
what's it called?
Caught in Amber. I like that. It's like a bug and amber type of deal.
Oh,
That's-
caught. CAUGHT.
yeah. Did you think a bed? Like a bed?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Okay, just
I don't know
Are
why.
you sleepy?
Yeah, I'm just here because I look good.
This is cool. I like when people tell us about their brewery names. I named my brewery Horn Island in honor of my parents, who used to take my wife and me on sailing trips to Horn Island, an uninhabited barrier island offshore of Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh,
Horn Island is a wonderfully windswept strip of sand covered with seashells, scrubby vegetation, and mosquitoes. It's a fantastic spot.
sounds lovely this time of year.
Oh, Harley. It's a fantastic, sounds like here in the late spring, early
yeah.
summer. Yeah. It's a fantastic spot for fishing and exploration. My recipe stayed conservatively within the guidelines. I'm still
Strike
learning. Strike one. I'm still learning the customs of the Brew Club average brew. That is, guidelines are just quote guidelines.
Well-
And why use fancy adhesive labels when you can slap something on with blue painter's tape or milk or yellow painter's tape? So yeah, thank you, Harley, for sending this in. He did send his recipe, and it is perfectly within. Yeah. Yeah.
It's delicious.
It's all on there. I cannot wait.
It's
All right.
so sweet. It's good.
It is, and it lingers around in your mouth,
Yeah.
which I like. I like to have that.
So we're talking
flavor.
about. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are on the aroma because that's where I always go
It
first.
smells great.
Oh, dude.
It is like I cannot tie in what the sweetness is, but it is
Barbecue sauce.
no.
Ooh. That is interesting. So I think the reason it's so sweet.
It's a fruity
I don't want to
sweet.
sound like a fool. What I get is a lower bitterness, which is going to amplify.
Better luck
the-
next time.
No, that'll
It's
amplify the
very good,
sweetness.
though.
Yeah, it is really drinkable. It's super dry.
Yeah. There's no creaminess.
No.
It washes off in a hurry.
Which I tend to like.
This is the champagne of ambers.
But it sticks around.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like, hey, I'm here. Nope,
Hey,
I'm gone.
hey.
I'm back.
Oh, it's definitely didn't dry out though. It's 10:59 to 10:14.
Oh, so it's moist.
It's very moist. No, there's the way he brewed it or the hopping that he did. What is the IBU on this?
There's almost like a dark Marshall. There's almost like a dark
Oh, it's definitely not
fruit
bitter. Yeah, like
on the back end, like on the bottom of my tongue and lower jaw.
Yes.
like a prune dark fruit. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, maybe.
It's a very unique aroma.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a big
This is
enough
good.
aroma that Tim smells it.
I do smell like
Oh, then you know it's strong if Tim smells it.
Oh, the flavor's so good.
it's very good.
Man.
It kind of gets the
The jowls.
a little
Yeah.
bit
So
in the
that would
back.
usually be a sign of when you drink a red wine, you get that same
Yeah,
feeling,
yeah,
right? Yeah. So that is usually a sign of tannins, of astringency that you would get from tannins. I don't get it, but I trust that you. I mean, all
I
three
get
of you
it too.
said
Yeah.
you get it.
Yeah, I get it.
But I don't. I wonder how he.
It's smooth.
It is.
It's
really
almost
good.
like a raisiny.
Yeah, raisiny pruny thing. That's
Yeah.
what I'm. But very subtle. It's not like that's the lead.
No.
by any means.
That's the finish. That's
Yeah.
what when you drink it, like you're saying, Craig, it washes off real quick, but then all of a sudden it kind of comes back
It comes back
at the
yeah.
bottom of the back
Yeah.
of your tongue, and it's just this raisiny, pruny, deep.
Ooh, he used caramel Munich malt. I've never even heard of that. He didn't
I
use
thought he
very
might
much
have.
of it. Yeah, I figured you thought. Yeah.
That makes it, Tim.
He's
that
a
makes
pioneer.
sense. Yeah.
It-
Did he use any juniper berries?
No, Tim would know that right off
Oh,
the bat. Yeah,
bam.
Tim's the juniper expert. No, he did an excellent job on this, and I don't get the astringency, and that's something I'm typically pretty sensitive
So
to.
the first one that we had, delicious.
yeah,
Second one, some bottling issues.
bottle
That's
fault.
fine.
Yeah, bottle fault.
Bottle fault.
Ah, this is good.
The third one, it is a completely different beer than the first one.
Totally is. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And were the recipes similar?
Well, I didn't get the recipe for the first one.
Oh,
from the
that's right. That's why you got extra points.
From the Polar. Yeah.
They
so
got extra points.
we're not doing this to play favorites without being influenced by anybody else. Get it in your head first. I mean, we'll probably do this at the end of this segment as well. Of the three that we've had so far, Eric, I'm sorry, that was a bottling fault, not your thing.
Yeah, it's not
of
an
the,
Eric
of the
thing.
two that we've had that were not infected. Which ones have you liked more so far?
I like the Batman avocado one.
Yeah.
I like them both in
Equally?
different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was where I was at too. Is they
It's-
kind of serve
they're
a different
I mean,
totally-
purpose.
two
they're
different-
nothing
two different-
alike,
no.
really.
Yeah, we've had two totally separate beers, and they're both delicious in their own
both,
rights.
They're both smooth. They're
Yeah.
very good.
Smooth.
That's the neat thing about it, and part of the reason that it's fun to go to different breweries. Like, oh, they all have IPA, but every single one still tastes different. You know,
Right.
Unless
I
it's
love this.
hazy, then they all taste like trash.
Gold.
man, great job, Harley.
Yeah,
I,
these are really good.
I know. Oh, I'll get it. Yeah. Oh man. And now it's weird. That I'm doing that organoleptic thing. Oh, stickers.
The brew tree.
Is that from this next one? Awesome.
Only one sticker.
So do this thing.
Yeah, you didn't get
Tim,
one.
I'm most curious about you if because you struggle to smell things so badly. Close your mouth and breathe out of your nose.
Ew, you're gonna blow
Right
booger
into the
on it.
mic. Just do it right into the mic. No, does the flavor come out? It like really amplifies the flavor to me when I do that. you're like circulating the.
Your oleal factors are firing.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know I knew that, did you?
Yeah, I also don't think
God,
that's a real.
it's
thing.
very good.
It's so good.
Oh, Google it. I am. Yeah, you're.
Oleofactors?
Yeah.
Hey,
Google it.
I'll Google it after the show. Okay, let's talk about. Great job, Harley. We're moving on to the next one. We gotta.
Oh, all factors. Nope, totally missed it.
I know it's your olfactory system.
No, that's the old factory system. Well, that's Tim and Craig's. We're the newer factory system.
I want to talk about this label on the Brü tree one because it looks rad.
That is cool.
So cool.
It's very
It's
like
simple,
Joshua
but-
tree.
Exactly. It looks
simple,
like
but it's cool.
It's also I love simple and clean. That's my style. Ooh. Wow, the clearest one
That's
so
the clearest yet.
That is pretty. How would you describe that color? Copper. Damn, boy, not on the new carpet.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, definitely copper.
Ooh, look at the head. It's just beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice thickness.
Which was
just sitting on top.
What was the one where we were moving on and every single one it was like this? It just keeps getting better. They were all good,
right?
Was
Oh,
it
the New
last
Zealand ones.
yeah. Oh, that one is still that'll go down in history as the one of the
Oh,
most.
hot damn,
Oh, those-
Gina.
God damn, I know.
This is good.
Yeah, this isn't as red.
No, it's way more.
Ooh.
It's got more of an orangey copper color.
It's got a similar smell though.
Stacy David from Trucks would like this color.
Oh, that smells good. Okay, did he send his recipe? I have a guess on this one.
Oh shit,
That good, huh?
that's good. Got a whole. It was like when I say oh shit, it was like a pow of flavor. It was good.
Ooh, I was wrong. This is interesting because this smells.
Do you see the floater in there?
I know. I couldn't make it to the bathroom.
Unbelievable. Oh my gosh, the legend just showed up.
So on this one, I was fully expecting there to be Maris Otter as the base malt, and I was wrong. And it's that.
Wait, are you talking about the last beer?
No, this one right here.
Oh, Joshua
No,
Tree.
We're on the what's
The
it called?
Brü Tree.
The Brü Tree. Yeah.
Brü tree.
Maris Otter has this very, and I don't want to, somebody says something and that's all you can focus on, so you think you've tasted it as well. If you don't, that's fine. I get
more
this,
bitter.
I get this. I haven't tasted it yet, but in the aroma, I get this peanut buttery kind of, like imagine like the inside of a Butterfinger peanut butter, like that kind of a
I
smell.
hope
I was, and I didn't get.
So this is called the
Okay,
triple.
why?
I
Yeah,
think it's
why
smell
does it
that?
say triple? In
Triple A
parentheses on the
American
label?
Amber Ale, 5.2%. I mean, really neat logo. It's a very wispy
Oh my
tree
word!
that's maybe like lost its leaves.
That is every time you magnetically put that thing on your mic stand, it dings and.
Oh, I'll do it more.
Craig's got
this is-
to watch his TikTok while recording over
This
here.
is a lot brighter.
I turned my light on to read the label.
Are you done,
gotta get
Grandpa?
some smart glasses that read it for you.
This one's a lot brighter.
It is, yeah, that's a good. I like that. It like pops when you drink
yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah, it does. That's what it's like.
yeah,
Bam.
yeah. I agree. Man, it's good. I was convinced that this was Maris Otter, but he did use Victory Malt, which is going to give it a little bit more.
What was that?
That was he just got a freaking text. I swear.
You got it.
Everybody, take it off of there.
It was my ring.
Oh, is Don
hey.
coming over?
So yeah, he followed to a T. It looks like he followed the. Yeah, fermented with a dry.
Well,
ale
it turns
yeast.
out to a T, the recipe is pretty friggin'
Very
good.
It is so good.
Oh, this is just caramely, biscuity,
Yeah,
bready in the
it's
back
got
end.
a lot going on.
Bright.
You don't get any peanut butter at all in this?
God,
really?
thankfully, no.
You don't like peanut butter?
What?
I didn't know this.
Have we met?
He's weird.
Yeah, no.
I don't get it.
I hate
love
peanut
peanut
butter.
God, I love peanut butter. Skippy, extra
Nope.
chunky,
Oh, gross. Let me lick your toe.
with some mom's homemade jam on
Yeah.
there.
Let me suck on that weird ankle of yours before I eat peanut butter.
You guys,
Stuff is getting
we're barely
weird.
halfway through the first segment here.
Yeah, you can just see how bad this is going to go off a cliff.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I thought this was the last
And-
one.
and-
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Tim is breaking in the bathroom, ladies
Yeah,
and
he's gonna
gentlemen.
break it in.
Drain
You better,
this-
hey, close the door so we don't hear it.
No, I wanna
while
see
you're
it.
going. Yeah. So this is This is he like I said, he followed the rules. This is a 6-gallon batch, classic 6-gallon batch. Yeah, everything looks good, and it's weird.
He
because
pointed out 6 gallons. Is that it? So this is probably a stupid question. So you're welcome. But is 6 gallons a normal brew size?
They say 5-gallon batch, but most people will overdo it a little bit so that when they keg it, it's a full 5 gallons that they keg. And so there's a little
is there
bit
like
of
a lot
loss.
of waste?
Yeah.
Got it.
But it's not really waste because it's a lot of it's kind of blended in with your trub at the crap at the bottom of your fermenter and all that. So I always do 5.5-gallon batches because that will get me to 5 gallons. Everybody's setup is different.
Got it.
That doesn't matter though. Well, the last one that we had was a 2.5-gallon batch. He put that in there. So they're brewing these, in there probably on a home stove or something like that. But anyways, this is an excellent beer. And this one comes from, I haven't read this yet. This comes from Jesse Burke. He says, I'm sending this beer from Ontario, Canada. Wow.
Whoa.
I've been brewing for about a year and a half. I recently moved across the country from British Columbia, and this is one of the first batches I brewed in my new home. Hope this got to you in time. I had a hell of an experience trying to bottle this one. This beer was a hit over Christmas, and I hurriedly bottled up 3 bottles before breaking my cheap capper on the first try.
What?
So cappers are dime a dozen, man. They're
okay, good.
I ordered a better benchtop capper. Now benchtop cappers are not. They're expensive and nice. When it came, I went to bottle some more. I popped the keg on half of the bottle. Luckily, I had stashed 2 of the questionable bottles in my fridge, so I tightened them up and the new capper, and here we are with the new capper.
Well, I tell you what, the new capper is be capping right.
Yeah, so he says hopefully it's not an oxidized mess, but hey, I told Haven I'd send some beer, so here we are. I'll tell you what, Jesse, it's definitely not oxidized, and
I didn't know good beer comes from Canada. This is good.
so,
I've had good maple syrup from Canada. I've had good whiskey from Canada. I don't know that I've had beer from
Now
Canada.
you have.
Now I have, and I now are neighbors to the Great North. They know how to brew.
the Great White North. Kokanee? Have you had kokanee?
Like the fish?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I've gone fishing.
It's there. It's
That's all I was thinking.
there's no fish called kokanee.
Yeah, there is.
there
It's
is.
a kokanee salmon. They're in Shaver Lake. It's a silver salmon.
Okay, now I need you to pull out Google because I don't
Do
believe
it.
Oh,
that.
yeah. Dude, this is an easy one.
No, that's probably where.
Yeah,
the-
not like
the
my made-up
beer-
oleo factor.
You were close. It's, yeah, but kokanee is there. That's like the nat. It's like their Budweiser, basically. It's really good. Yeah. Maybe it's not kokanee. Maybe I'm saying the wrong thing. But whatever it is, the blue label. It's delicious. I love it.
Got it. There you go. Kokanee salmon.
You ain't wrong. boy.
I'm not
You ain't
wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
full
good
of
job.
useless knowledge. I'm the Cliff
It's useful to
Clavin.
me. I just
I'm
learned
the
something.
Cliff Clavin of beer reviews. Hey, Nami.
Normie?
Hey, Nami.
What's up, fellas? Well, my blood alcohol content in about 10 minutes.
What'd you think of this one, Tim?
It was very.
So good, it's gone. Type of
Yeah,
deal?
oh yeah, it's gone. It was clean, very clear.
Ooh.
I thought it was. It had a little more bitter than the other ones.
You get that?
I don't know that I got bitter.
Yeah, me
but
either.
It's, well, pray tell.
But I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, I
No, bitter's not a bad
obviously,
thing. Yeah.
obviously, I drank it. It was good.
Boy, it is good. Like just
It's really good.
caramely. It's a bright.
I'm going back for more.
Yeah, you are. Get it. Get it. Get it.
So this one is actually by the numbers.
Want some more, Timmy?
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
By the numbers, this one is 7 points, we'll say, lower than the last one we had, which I didn't feel was bitter at all. But that could be, bitterness is really, it's a function of the sweetness of the beer as well. So you can make a beer that has no, I'm trying to simplify this, no sweetness, and it could be low bitterness, but that bitterness will
Yeah, this beer
overwhelm
wasn't
it.
sweet.
No, it's not sweet
Not at all.
Not like the last
Yeah.
one. I'm not getting that raisin
Exactly.
prune.
Yeah.
And I think that's what maybe you're picking up
Yeah.
is that that absence of that sweetness makes the bitterness come out a little bit more. But I love that. To me,
It tastes amazing.
to me, it makes it more drinkable. So, excellent job on this one, Jesse. This is again Jesse Burke from
this
Ontario,
is-
Canada. You know what's crazy? I don't think we've had a single repeat. I feel like in all of the other 11 average brews we've done, There's been a lot of names that we've seen come up a few times.
Right. This today, no.
I haven't. None of these names.
We had a Canadian beer. I mean,
We
we're
had
worldwide.
We had
Prestige worldwide.
Worldwide.
I will say to Jesse, I'm a nerd when it comes to water chemistry and water quality, and this beer is so good.
It's good.
Just keep you doing whatever you did to your water. Do the same exact thing.
Yes.
I would stick with that because
Yeah.
it's money. I'm not getting any chlorophenols. No, in fact, I didn't even in Eric's, which I guarantee was a bottling issue. I didn't get an off flavor. It just looked gross because it had that floater.
It had a floater.
That's
in
a
it.
that's a pool
I'm-
beer.
I'm
That
looking
was
at
a
the-
pool beer.
Oh, all day long. This is the most
Yeah.
crisp one. I would say this is the
That's
crispest
the
one.
most easily crushable.
Yeah.
That's one that you could have 4 seasons. The other 2 have been 2 seasons.
Look at this.
Oh, it's so
This
good.
one, there's no
that's a-
label. There's a label, but no.
That's pretty.
Nothing. Oh, you know what? I might have it in my emails. Let me go look it
The
up.
old interweb.
Let's talk. Let's start talking.
Can I have your
'cause,
glass?
Like, thank you.
Oh.
This
Thank
has
you.
it on the Justin.
I didn't mean to say label. I meant to say paper.
Is there what's the name of it?
Muddy
Slough?
Slough.
All right.
I'm sorry. What did
One
you call
person did email me and said I forgot to email you.
it? Yeah, Muddy Slough.
Nope, that's not this one. So
God damn it! It's an amber ale. Neat. It's a picture of a marshy slough.
ours look different. So that looks different than that one. I
Well,
think.
I'm an expert pourer. Tim's really reckless.
Not the beers. I'm talking about the labels.
No, they're all the same.
Oh, I got you. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's just the big old beer. Well, let me see the bottle. Maybe their name's hidden on there somewhere. It's not. Oh boy. Look, whoever sent us Muddy Slough American Amber Ale, and if you didn't email
Dude, the lighting
me,
in here is terrible.
I know. We need to get better. That's what I'm telling you. I'm going to get
I
LEDs.
think these mansions.
I mean,
nowadays-
come on.
Yep. Yeah. I
Muddy
don't see an
Slough.
email from anybody.
I got no
from
dukes.
Muddy Slough.
Hold on, let me check the bottom. Oh, yep, nothing.
Nothing there. Okay. Sorry, Muddy Slough. Oh, let's see.
Slurp back some slough.
Yeah, we'll review it anyways. We have no idea how it was made. Let's just guess how it was made.
Oh shoot, this is good.
I bet it's great. It looks beautiful.
This goes back to it's more similar to the first one we had.
No,
Which
not
was-
at all.
What?
This-
Have you been here the whole
It's
time?
very
I
juicy.
just got here.
Oh, Trey, hey, good to see you. buddy.
Juicy.
Yeah, that's good.
It's juicy.
Oh my goodness, it smells amazing.
I can't smell.
Yeah, this has a much stronger aroma.
Yeah, and this one didn't. Okay, what do you get from?
This is
What do you
real
get in
pungent.
that aroma?
Burnt toast.
This
Not
one is-
burnt toast, toasted toast.
Yeah.
This one is
Dark
slapping
toasted
By
my
the way, Tim,
cheeks.
try to smell it like this.
Ooh, that is the most different one that we've had today so far,
Yeah,
and I like it. I like it
I was a little scared.
because of what
The
scared you about it?
flavor.
The flavor scared you.
Yes.
Have you dealt with that, or are we? Where are we at?
Oh, let me lay down and talk to me.
yeah. Take a seat on my. So what do you? To me, the aroma doesn't match the flavor, but
No, not at all. The aroma scared me because it smelled like the bad beer at first, and I went, "Uh-oh," but then I tasted it, and it was good.
yeah. So I thought the bad beer, Eric's beer, smelled great, and it actually tasted pretty good too. It just looked gross because it had like
had
snotty,
loogie in it.
snotty stuff. Yeah, exactly. Kind of dripping
ours
down
didn't
into it.
have our bottle didn't have the
The
floaters
loogie?
in it.
Bullshit! It's right there in the. That's what I was trying to show you.
I saw it in your glass. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
yeah, we just want to
They
say
both had
anything. It was.
Now
It
it's
was
in
like
your
the
belly.
worm. It was like the worm in the tequila.
Exactly.
I kept trying to swallow, and it was like
There you go.
Yeah, it wouldn't let you swallow it. Yeah.
Like, why am I having to chew this beer so much?
I will say that as
are,
far as
This Muddy Slough beer is really
I
really
like it
tasty.
a lot.
Yeah,
I
it's
wish
got
very toasty.
Yeah,
I wish so badly we knew who sent this to us.
toasty, but it's got that. My cheeks are a little.
Here's I'm gonna put this out into the ether.
Toasted
right now.
almonds.
There you go. Walnuts, maybe? I don't know. Almonds.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know what? Actually, much better call hazelnuts.
Hazelnuts. Yeah.
Just a deeper, richer nut.
So I want to get this out there. If I receive hundreds of emails a week from.
Oh, we get it. You're a big deal.
No. That's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say. I am, but that's not what I'm. That's how
Different
we're gonna
podcast.
point. Yeah,
I email him 99 times.
Yeah, it's mostly Tim. Yeah, and they're like nipple pics and stuff like that. Whatever.
Got it.
So no. I get a lot of emails, Brülosophy oriented, whether it's spam or not. I just get a ton. So sometimes I delete stuff before I read it. I mean, I do that at work. I do that here. That's just the reality. If somebody does an average brew and they don't send the thing like Muddy Slew, we're going to review it and give you all the credit, and your real name might not be attached to it, but all the love in the world to you. If you email me and I happen not to see that, it's not because I intentionally ignored it. It's because I'm filtering through so many emails every single day that I might miss it. So because you forgot to include your thing, Muddy Slew, don't blame that on me. That's all I'm saying. But if you email me and let me know who you are, I'll give you some love on the next
It was
episode.
me. I'm sorry.
It was you. Craig started
knew
brewing.
it.
Yeah. And all
I
Craig
knew it.
did was he bought the last bit of
Yeah,
amber ale and then poured it
did.
into a new bottle.
Yeah.
This is
It's
so
good.
It's very good.
It's a good beer.
This is an interesting one because I feel like every sip, I like it more and more, and I liked it a lot when I started. This one has a little
is just
more
one of my
bitterness to me.
favorite styles of beer.
It's so good.
It's really good.
The fact that it's not, the fact that you can't find, I went into freaking or Food for Less earlier looking for Fat Tire, and I couldn't find a single amber ale. But you know what I did find? A whole freaking section of hazy IPA. No hate to people who love hazy IPA.
It's your fault. I
know-
was fine with the Coors Light,
Which
till
is
you
why
opened my
I say no
mind.
hate. This is Justin giving you the hate right now, not me. You know, I've told you a million
All right,
times I love that you love
This
it.
is really good.
It is.
Yeah, it's excellent. Was this our fifth one? That was
That was
last
it.
one? Yeah,
We
so
dusted
we
the
are
first round.
we're bumping up on the end of this segment. I love the fact that we've got 5 more. And,
Yeah, boy.
and here's the cool thing.
Man, this is good.
This one's excellent. They were all good, and I'm going to include Erickson there because I can taste the beer through the bottling funk,
I didn't mind it.
and I'm telling, but I guarantee you this that. I didn't mind it at all. No. Fresh off the tap. I guarantee you that beer was money, and so we again. Our love goes out to anybody who's willing to package up and send beer to us.
This last one we just had, I swear if you say something stupid, I'll punch you in the stomach.
That's
my
what
mouth-
you do every
Start
time.
with the
True.
punch.
Yeah. The inside of my mouth is like sticky. It is the sweetness.
That's
and
what I get from Alaskan Amber as well. But this
This
to me
is
not-
American amber,
Yeah.
not Alaskan amber. Alaska's like basically Canada.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I get from Alaskan Amber. But this one
It was
I
really
enjoyed.
hard to figure out where to go from there.
Is this the last one of this
Yeah.
segment?
The,
Yeah, it
the
is.
comedic pause, right? No. There. I will say that I like this way better than Alaskan Amber.
Is the sugar content in this style beer higher?
He didn't send us anything, or
But
he or
how about
she
just
or
in
they
general?
or whatever. In an amber, not the sugar content, but the caramel flavor is higher.
So sugar?
Well, it could be. It could be, Justin. It could also just be that your mind tastes that caramel thing, which I taste.
I guess I'm just asking more from like if you had to say Miller Lite has 2 grams of sugar. This style, like a hazy IPA, has 3 grams of sugar. This would be 5 grams of sugar. Do you see what I'm kind of going there?
All of those have way more than 5 grams of sugar.
God.
Okay, I got you. You're trying to make a point. I
Yes.
apologize. Yes, this is going to have more than a Miller Lite and potentially more than even a hazy IPA. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't perceive this as being overly sweet.
No.
It leaves
There's just
a
a
thing
lot
in there.
there.
Yeah,
it's just a lot
So-
there.
I would say between the first one and this one, great bookends.
Right?
They're different, but they're both so good.
We haven't had a bad beer yet, which is cool.
Well, we had a beer that was
Well, they had
technically
boogers in
gone
it,
bad.
but-
That had boogers in it. Yeah. I will say that if I lived in an area hypothetically that had 5 breweries and they all had these amber ales on tap at each one,
You go to them all.
I'd go to every single one of them.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
were money. So I feel like we still have 5 more to get through. We're not ending
Yeah.
this episode. We're gonna go eat some pizza though in a second here.
God, I'm hungry.
But I'm starving. So I will say this though, that kudos to all of the Brü Club members who voted on the parameters for this, because
Well done.
it's kicking ass. It
Sure
kicking
is.
ass. So,
It's like you guys know what you're talking about when it comes to brewing.
Well, thank you.
all right, we are going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Average Brew reviews. As every brewer knows, the best beer requires the best hops, which Yakima Valley Hops provides fresh from the source to brewers around the world, carrying everything from classics like Cascade to modern favorites like Galaxy and Mosaic, as well as other ingredients and gear. Yakima Valley Hops has it all. And don't forget to check out their new podcast, The Late Edition, where the YVH crew goes into depth on our favorite plant with industry experts. Head over to YakimaValleyHops.com now to see all they have to offer, and subscribe to The Late Edition wherever it is you listen to podcasts.
We all know that designing recipes is really fun, and doing it well is so much easier with good software. We at Brülosophy recently made the switch to Brewfather, and honestly, y'all, we could not be happier. Brewfather utilizes the latest technology to bring you the most robust cloud-based recipe design software that can be accessed anywhere, on your phone, tablet, desktop, and even offline. It also works seamlessly with numerous third-party devices to make it easier to monitor every step of your brew. I know change can be difficult, but trust me when I say you need to go to brewfather.app today to try it out for yourself. That's brewfather.app.
Curiosity Weekly. It's a podcast from Discovery, and they help you make sense of some of the biggest questions and ideas shaping our world. Each week, they unpack breaking science and tech news with expert guests who make it all make sense. And it's great, and it's so fascinating. They've got great topics like how neuroscientists are studying TikTok and all your social media habits to see which chemicals are being released in your brain that make you so obsessed. Or did you know you can fly from Florida to England on a plane using recycled plastic jet fuel? Or that how AI can now read hieroglyphs from Egyptian pyramids? Or even how there are robots that can appear to feel pain? And if you're listening to our show, I know you're curious about the world, so I think you're going to like this show and you should check it out. And each episode is the perfect length. It's around 11, 12 minutes or so, and it's just like a nice little knowledge snack. It's like a knowledge canapé. So check it out and listen to Curiosity Weekly wherever you get your podcasts.
There's no denying that stainless steel is the best material for brewing equipment, and Delta Brewing Systems offers some of the lowest prices on high-quality stainless gear, like the Firm Tank, which in addition to holding 8 gallons or 30 liters of work, comes with a domed lid to even further reduce the chances of a messy blow-off. Plus, it can hold up to 4 psi of pressure for closed transfers. Delta Brewing Systems also has their own line of brew kettles, as well as one of the lowest-priced all-in-one electric brewing systems out there, and their prices are shockingly low. If you're in the market for legit stainless gear that won't break the bank, do yourself a favor and head over to deltabrewingsystems.com today. I don't know about you guys, but knowing we still had another 5 Amber Ales while we were out there eating pizza and wings and drinking Miller Lite,
Made me so happy.
It made me so happy. It got me so excited during the break. We were all... Here's the thing. This doesn't happen every time. But we were all out there, you know, my wife graciously went and bought us pizza and all that stuff. We were all talking about how good those beers were in that last... We're not lying about that.
I don't recall the last time we've actually done that. Where it went on and on and on.
To be fair, I also don't recall the last time we did this during dinner time.
That makes sense. That checks
when
out.
it was dark out. But hey, you know, new studio, new approach.
New rules.
Yeah, new... That's
Them's
right.
the rules.
Them's the rules. So we are going to move on to the next one. Why don't we got these poured for us now? What's this one called, Justin?
In Rust, we trust. 5.9 ABV.
AvgBrü. This one comes from Jason Cox. What do you guys think of the label? While I pre-read
see
this,
it.
Neat label. It's right in front of you.
right in front of you, right there. Yep,
Neat label. I mean, kind of cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not
Simple
a lot
again.
to it. Simple. Yeah.
There's something about
Simple.
the oval labels that just harken back to like the old times of original craft beer. You know, I like it a lot. In Rust, we trust. It is black and white, which is cool. Copper would have been neat. I think the Rust reference, unless let's see.
I think the color is different than you're thinking it is. Because it's dim lighting in here.
I'm not seeing black.
Yeah.
You have been complaining about the lighting in here the whole night.
Are you talking about the beer or the bottle?
No, it's black and white, dude. Or gray and white, I guess.
Yeah, gray and white.
Yeah.
Gray is not black.
But it could have been copper or rust colored.
Well, it could have been. It could have been purple, but
That's
it's
all I'm
not.
saying. Purple. You guys go and get your noses in that beer. In Rust We Trust is a phrase used for decades to celebrate resilience. And for me, a throwback to my gaming days playing Internet Spaceships, a.k.a. EVE Online. I've never heard of that. Just because something is rusty on the outside doesn't mean it no longer functions or can't be appreciated any longer.
It's like you two. Our local tomaters.
Amber Ale seems to fit in. It's a style that was far more popular years ago, amen to that, but can still taste great today. Amber Ale makes me somewhat sentimental since it was one of the first styles of beer I ever tried. To wrap up all of these feelings into a single name, in Rust We Trust. I tried to keep the design of this recipe simple. Over the last few months, I've been on a back-to-basics kick after a long battle eliminating a stubborn infection in my brewing equipment. God, I'm sorry you had to deal with that. I finally did it after replacing all beer lines, complete disassembly, and steaming or boiling everything. And he says, did you know torpedo slim kegs can fit in some steam ovens? No, I did not know that. That's crazy. To be extra sure, none of the off flavors I experienced were due to other factors. I'm working through a series of simple recipes with close attention to detail, and the average brew happened to fit the bill perfectly. Brewed short and shoddy because this is the way.
Oh, bam.
So it's
God bless America.
Amber Ale. Before we even taste or smell,
Color
this
is just
an
spot
absolutely
on.
gorgeous
Yeah.
beer. So you can usually, if it's we already had one
I think his
experience
pipes
with
are
this.
infection free.
Yeah, they are. Well, his tubing. This is an absolutely gorgeous beer. There's no haze to it. It's just a commercial bright and a darker copper. It's almost red, I would say,
Yeah.
like borderline
Yeah.
red. Yeah.
Okay, take a sniff.
Oh, buddy.
Right?
I mean, this is a prime.
This is a good smeller.
It's good.
But what's crazy is it's
Oh, my.
sharp.
I think that's the carbonation, which.
Yeah.
So imagine without that it's like a fuzzy carbonation, which I love that.
Yeah, that's good.
That is a good,
That's good.
beer. I will say this, this is Jason Cox. He's from the Bay Area, California, so
Oh, hell yeah.
didn't even come that far. Absolutely excellent beer. There is no contamination.
Yeah, he fixed
issues.
whatever problem he was
whatever
having, that's
issue
for
you
sure.
thought you were having. He went extremely simple. 93% Maris Otter, 3% Caramel 60, and then 4% roasted barley. That's where he's getting that red color from. That roasted barley, that wasn't a part of the parameters, but it's
Extra points?
close to chocolate malt, but different. And it will contribute, if used in a really small proportion, it will contribute a really beautiful red color. And that's what I kind of sensed in this. But, you know, the interesting thing is I don't get like a coffee flavor from this.
It was zero. Yeah, this is.
It's still a little toasty.
Oh,
Yeah.
toasty without a doubt, but not
Yeah.
roasty.
But
yeah.
not roasty. Toasty, but not roasty.
And he used, CTZ. He went very simple. Yeah, he actually no dry hop. That's wild because I get a lot of hop. I get like a nice hop aroma off of this.
A little bit of lace.
Just like toasted herbal essence.
Oh, it smells so good.
I mean, just a good floral. This is a great friggin' beer.
It beats that San Francisco water.
It hangs on at the
Oh,
end,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, it does hang on.
Man, I wish we had more of that one.
Yeah, it's bright.
Mouthfeel wise, what do you guys? Go ahead. What do you guys get?
Tim, that's you.
It's just, it's pretty. It's smooth.
It hangs in there.
But at the end, I get a lot of aftertaste afterwards.
How would you describe that aftertaste? Is it like?
I mean, it's kind of
Bitter?
bittery towards like an IPA, like hangs around.
Yeah, I get that as well, but I love it. And so far, this is the highest IBU we've had, or at least that
What is it?
we've had.
Oh, 5.9.
Well, that's ABV.
ABV.
Yeah. Which also one of the higher ones we've had. But you know, you balance your IBU with ABV and with your malt bill. This is 42. The other one that I saw that was second highest was 40, and that was pretty bitter. This is excellent. Man.
Very, very good.
Actually, that pizza burp that I just did, this went really well with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can taste it.
Fantastic. Yeah, so good. Man, what do you think, Greg?
Again, the toasty flavor, smell. But I get a little bit. I get some hanging in the back here. Not in the back, more on the sides.
Yeah.
I think you might be referring to just bitterness, not astringency.
I gotta look up what that word means.
Yeah.
Astringency.
Yeah.
It
Stringency would be Justin's buttons.
So astringency is just it's the
you
sensory.
dress like a 12-year-old trying to act like a 63-year-old.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
I told him you look like an Irish hooligan with
Yeah.
with those Adidas
Greg's
pants.
trying to steal my lunch money to go buy
All
soda bread.
day I dream of sex.
So
You're like if Fred Durst just gave up on life.
that one was so good. There was something I was going to say, and then we started making fun of.
I did it all for the nookie.
Here's I don't know what you're talking about, but you are wearing a 49er shirt. This guy's from the Bay Area, so as a Seahawks
welcome.
fan, I just want to extend to you that we both sucked
Heartfelt
last
condolences.
year. I know, and my Seahawks hat is in my room.
I heard the Seahawks are going to get Brock Purdy for a dime.
That's not going to happen.
And your
There's
former
no
coach
way.
is a Raider.
A Raider now.
Yeah, that's
Pete
bad.
Carroll,
He just gave up on life.
No, are you kidding me? What
The
if he turns
Raiders.
around- Pete Carroll's a freaking legend, dude.
Yeah, but so he's going to tarnish his legacy.
Well, he's got Tom Brady too now.
Well, Tom
Yeah, as a
Tom Brady's
minority owner.
Minority owner is all he is. Yeah, whatever.
He's busy doing sit-ups and blood transfusions.
And horrible commentating. Let's be
It's
real.
so bad. Oh, it looks like he did it an out and up with a button hook pass.
I know.
Look at my jawline. Look at my jawline.
He's a beautiful jawline.
He's so attractive.
He's so attractive. If perchance he's listening to this, Tom, please come on the show. We'll
Yeah,
start-
we will definitely want you.
Yeah.
And I promise we won't talk shit to your face.
No, we might, but because we
might.
love you. yeah. He's the GOAT for a reason, and I hate him for that. You know, that's what you got to say. So.
Yeah.
Well, Mahomes might pass him up, but we're rooting for the Eagles
There's
to win
no
this weekend.
chance.
Yeah,
God,
go
come on,
Eagles.
Eagles, go Eagles. All right, let's stop talking football and move on to the next beer. Hey, Jason, kick ass amber
Yeah, it
ale,
was
dude.
very
you
great. Very well done.
nailed it, man. I love he went very simple. He did a 30. So this was a short and shoddy, which no one would ever know that. But so he did a 30-minute boil. It looks like, yeah. And he put Columbus in at 30 minutes to 20 IBU, Amarillo at 10 minutes, and Cascade at 2 minutes. So very simple, as he said. And man, did he nail it! Great job, Jason. Uh-oh, what are we
We have
doing?
something that says "Do not open until
Okay,
tasting."
so we're probably gonna do. They probably are trying to fool us on something,
okay,
boys.
hold
So-
on.
Oh, I thought
There's
maybe
a lot of friggin' words on that.
That's
Stickers
okay.
in
I
there?
like to read. You start
But
pouring, and I'll start
hold
reading.
on.
So
I
ransom
need
note.
I need some guidance here. There's 2 red lanterns and 1
Maybe that's in the instructions.
squeeze IPA.
Well, that might be an extra. Let me read this, and we'll just go with what it
What's
is.
it do?
Oh God, they quoted Timmy and Marshall on this. Okay, here we go.
Wait, hold on. Do I open the 2
Okay.
similars?
Don't open anything yet. Let's read this, and as I read it, once you figure it out, you can start opening. So Trevor Mack is on the leadership team of the Brü Club. The neat thing about the Brü Club is that there's not like an organized hierarchy in terms of leadership. It's just the people who really want to contribute to making it a good club. So they can throw their hat in the ring on anything like the AvgBrü. So Alex Shanksable, who's also a contributor to Brülosophy, they were selected twice now, I think, over the last, 11 or 12 AvgBrüs. Trevor Mack got chosen. Great person. He says, I'm thrilled to have been selected for this quarter's AvgBrü Review episode for American Amber Ale. Thanks again for this collaborative opportunity to feature the Brü Club on the podcast. You're welcome, Trevor. Also, your moderating skills for this month's Julia Hertz interview was phenomenal. You have very good. As you know, Trevor says, I've been a longtime listener and supporter of Brülosophy, and since my last beer review over 2 years ago. So he sent us He sent us, when we did the AvgBrü American Pale Ale, I think that was like number 2 or 3. So we're talking 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago. And the Belgian Dark Strong Ale Sour Series Raspberry Quick Sour. Geez. I've now taken a leadership role with the Brü Club. Yes, I know that. Focusing on swag, the competition circuit, and partnerships. It is an honor to have my beers featured on the podcast yet again. It's our honor to drink them, Trevor. As I recall, you and your friends made several comments about my first AvgBrü that stretched the boundaries of what an American Pale Ale is, though still aligned within the parameters of BJCP category, by saying things like, and these are quotes,
Yes, this is going to be good.
this is probably, I don't want to play favorites, but Trevor, this is probably my favorite so far. It is more IPA-like. That was me. That sounded like me.
It's pretentious.
These next two are from Timmy Tim.
Oh, shit.
This doesn't taste like anything we've had so far.
Nailed it.
And there's another Timmy quote. You know what I taste a lot in that beer? Pride of workmanship. That might have been a Jersey quote, actually.
That could
That's
not
a
have been
Jersey
me. I
quote.
would not say that.
It could have been Jersey or Justin.
Oh, God, that's funny.
Red Lantern is an American amber ale that's brewed with a blend of 6 different malts, resulting in a complex and flavorful beer with a bit of a unique twist. The unique twist taken was inspired the day I binge listened to episode 355 and 356 during a day down in the brewery I've come to name Pilot Batch Brewing. That's awesome. So I don't even know what episodes 355 and 56 are, but they weren't that long ago because this is episode 368. Oh, thank you, sir. So anyways, he says, thank you for the opportunity to share my beer with you, your friends, and your listeners. I look forward to hearing. That looks gorgeous.
It does.
Your
It's
tasting notes and
gorgeous.
comments on the podcast. As we say here at Pilot Batch Brewing, every batch is a pilot batch. That is such a money idea, Trevor. God, that's such a great idea.
Watch what you say. He's going to quote you.
He says, where pilot batch is a term used to describe a small-scale pre-production batch of beer, as I frequently experiment and nearly never brew the same beer twice. Thank you, Trevor, for not including all of
Man, I
the
wish I could smell.
details that I don't really need. But this, are you sure Trevor included this?
Yeah, that was in the same bag.
So there is a beer in front of us.
It's something. The label kind of got wet, and I
Okay.
think it smudged.
Which, by the way, look at that head.
That is a beautiful. That's a model beer right there.
It looks good.
Yeah.
I can't smell anything.
That's very well attenuated.
I got to open this. I took a sip and I couldn't even comment on it.
Dude,
'cause
this. What the hell? This is a totally different flavor
Than
than
what-
any of the
yeah.
beers
Yeah.
we've had.
what do you? How would you describe said flavor?
So you're thinking that the color looks the same. It's going
The
to
color-
taste the same.
Kind of
This
like a
is
clove.
so. Yes.
Oh, like
Yes.
smoking cloves. Yeah.
This is very smoky.
So
Timmy nailed it. Cloves.
that's interesting. Now that you said that, I
I'm in
kind of
the
pick it up.
90s.
But what I get there's this malt that.
Oh shit!
I-
Echo, you're right.
Oh, she's here. She's here, everybody.
Speaking of 90s, I wonder if Laura will catch the same thing as we just did.
Herpes.
Well, there's a chance.
No, she could share our. She's just gonna sip the ones we think she might like.
I don't think she's gonna like that one.
So I will.
Yeah, nobody wants to drink after you, you sloth.
Okay, so I haven't read this yet. His note says this is to be read after the first sampling. So I'm going to make my comment first. There is a flavor that I get in this beer that I only get in beers that are made with a very specific malt. That is not, if I recall correctly, it's not a part of the parameters for this. It's called melanoidin. And it is an overly rich, it's like toasty times 10. And
Yeah,
and
it's like there's a piece of charcoal.
yeah. I don't know
Well,
if I,
no, charcoal. Johnny Walker type, like the blue.
there you go. That
Very smoky.
like
No,
a smoky
is
carbon
the
type.
black.
What?
Black is really smoky. Johnny Walker Black is really smoky.
Oh, whichever one's really smoky, that's what it tastes like.
The smokiest.
Yeah,
The-
smoking
Are
a
we
pancake.
talking about Smokey the Bear? What's going on?
Smoking a pancake?
So I'm probably wrong because Trevor, again, being a part of the leadership team, would probably never use an outside of the box.
Well, then maybe he should reconsider his leadership skills.
but maybe if he broke the rules, we're gonna have a serious. I'm not involved,
Dude, I'm
Yeah.
serious. That is like Sarah McLachlan could be playing music right now. It's the 90s. The smoking cloves.
You smells like cloves to you that much?
Tastes like cloves.
It's just very smoky.
I don't.
Ashtray.
Laura's agreeing.
You get smoky?
It tastes like home goods.
Oh, home goods.
if you're licking the walls in Home Goods.
So it tastes like Christmas then, yeah. Well, let's read what he says. He goes, as you may have guessed by now, this American amber ale is a bit unique and stands out amongst the rest today, as has become my modus operandi, my MO. That is true. We've already commented on that without reading this. Oh my God. You guys freaking nailed it. That
We're
is
so
due-
good at this.
We both, this is crazy. That is due to cherrywood smoked malt
Boom.
and melanoidin malt and
Oh.
an addition of crushed Szechuan peppercorns. What? As part
Don't.
of the boil. Inspired by the conversation in episode 355. I wish you would list what episode that was because I don't remember. Which I listened to the day I was selected along with the Average Brew review episode, or for the Average Brew review episode 356. Cara Munich 2 is also not Munich malt, but good call there, Trevor. But had it on hand, so I used it as a substitute for medium caramel and Munich. I had entered my name into the lottery prior to brewing this and had to make some last-minute substitutions to Average Brew recipe description. They are more like guidelines anyways than actual rules.
That's right, they are.
I knew you were going to say that. And for the most part, I'm not too far off. During the last Average Brew review episode, you all did ask for a bit more out there styles, but as has become customary, our members keep choosing to stick in the middle of everything with more malt-forward beers. This is very true. The hops that were used sure are within guidelines, but some definition of within guideline. A 60-minute addition of 14 grams of CTZ, not quite Columbus, but is related. They're basically the same, Trevor. Followed by an equal parts 24 grams of CTZ and 24 grams Cascade, so that's good. As you all have grown to love my beer labels in the past, I've included 2 different beers and their associated labels not affixed to the bottles, which likely are going to bleed a bit due to the milk adhesion.
Oh, yeah, that's what's going on.
Did it bleed a little bit?
Yeah, it bled completely.
Trevor, all I got to say is thank you for putting us to the test. We nailed it. You guys got the smoke. I don't get smoke in this. Okay,
Have you
now
had
I do.
beer before?
Oh, now I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like maybe I wasn't.
It is. It's campfirey.
Wow, it's totally strong.
It's
How did
almost
I not get that before?
Yeah, it's almost like you took hops, wrapped them around a stick, and slow smoked them.
But on the palate, I taste
In the arms
melon.
of an angel.
Yeah.
Yes,
You are really into Sarah McLachlan right now.
and the ASPCA.
Those puppies are so cute.
They're so.
He was
cute.
just complaining about his dogs waking him up in the middle of the night.
He gave us another one. Do we drink that now, or do we save
Let's
that?
just do it. Yeah, and he gave us a label for it as well. Oh boy! Oh god! Look at that. So, just for fun, it's a 6.8%.
Oh, citrus squeeze IPA. Oh, IPA. IPA.
Duh. Open it up. Let's pour it out. I do feel like we should finally crack open that water. Where'd it go? Oh, it's behind Justin over here to rinse out.
Oh
these
wow.
glasses.
Okay, so these are actually pretty cool. You could see his labels better on the ones that he said. What?
Agua, por favor.
De nada.
Gracias.
See,
Oh, see.
That was good. Very unique. Did you like it?
Oh, this one
Yeah,
smells
it was-
good.
A lot of people, I'm one of them, aren't really into smoked beers, but I felt like it was subtle enough. What's odd is the melanoid. I don't know. Maybe it's a cherry smoked malt, and I just
Yeah, I was having a hard time getting through that one
Yeah,
because
yeah.
again, just like with the Johnny Walker and stuff on the smoky version, whether it's black or blue, it's that was an intense smoke flavor for me.
it was.
this is definitely
I've had way smokier
definitely
beers.
IPA.
This is a juicy IPA.
Is it good?
Yeah, I mean this is like citrusy, chewy.
We'll drink it fast and get back to.
Citrus squeeze.
It's
IPA.
good.
Yeah.
Is it hazy? It looks like.
Oh,
it.
it smells good.
Yep. It's good. I mean, this is a good beer.
Oh yeah, that smells like.
That's good.
Smells like fresh squeezed juice.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's yummy.
it's sunshine.
That's good. That'll
tastes
that
yellow.
perked me right up.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It doesn't have the aftertaste.
Laura likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura Prue.
You gotta get on a mic if you're gonna talk. You can swing it, Timmy.
Yes.
That was very helpful.
Yes.
That's my favorite thing she says. Actually, it's got a there's like a dankiness to it, like underneath the
Yeah,
fruit,
it's
right?
super dank.
When I say dank, do you think weed? Because that's what I'm
SD.
saying. There's like
Yeah,
a little
just-
bit of weed underneath the.
Yeah, so when I'm trying to associate dank with like wet grass.
Yeah, that too. Same idea. Let's get. Thank you so much, Trevor, Mac,
the water.
Mr. Mac, for sending that. Yeah. Let's move on to the next. I'll do that too. Actually, wow, this is going to be a fun session. We've still got 4 more beers to go, but here's. Oh shit! Did you? Someone spilled the water. We've got so here's the deal. The only time what happened? No, I've got that's the email one. I've got that one.
Filthy.
So
Hey, what was the Berenstein Bears thing where it was the Bernstein or the Berenstein?
Oh yeah, Bernstein.
Yes, this is that. Oh, hi Tim. I'm just going to stand here and hold this for you.
Taking care of Lara.
Lara.
So
Well, you didn't even open it yet.
Sorry, I was premature there. Pretty cool label. Not pretty cool, super cool. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
copyrighted illegal label.
is it?
Yeah, you can't take the Berenstein Bears.
Oh, it is the Berenstein Bears.
Likeness.
It's
But it's
probably-
called Bearsty Bear.
Bernstair Beer.
Thirst
Bernstair Beer.
Amber Ale by Craig Harrison.
Cool name.
I love the logo because I grew up reading the heck out of these books.
And then you had kids and read it to all.
Exactly. And
We-
then somehow the name changed.
did it?
Yeah,
I
from
grew up with the name
Berenstein to
Craig.
Berenstein.
Oh, did it really? Is
Yeah,
what
there's
you were
like there's a what's it called?
STEIN or AIN, right? Isn't that what it
Yeah,
means?
there's
Are
some
you-
type of phenomenon.
I thought that was the author's last name. Why would
But then
they?
you go back and look online, and it's like it all changed.
Yeah, so you grew up and there's a phenomenon or an effect that is about this that you grew up thinking it was the Berenstein Bears.
100%.
And when you go up and look at it now, it's not the Berenstein Bears, it's the Bernstein Bears.
Why did
It
they
is a
do
trip,
that?
and I can't. I mean, there was a Netflix thing on it, and it's some or maybe it was a YouTube deal.
You have some free time? We can start a podcast about it.
Oh yeah, that'd be a
now
good
it's
idea.
the Black Bear Diner. So roll on.
Hey, look, for cheap steak, they don't do a bad job. Let's be honest.
I need your glass.
Oh, thank you, sir. I got water in there.
what for?
And there's 2 minutes I can't get back.
That was my rinse water. Shut up.
sounds like
dude.
Gail.
Did you never read Berenstein Bears to your kids? That explains a lot, Craig.
Well, it was hard to read it off papyrus.
The Pyrex?
Yeah, written in hieroglyphics.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Craig's there chipping away on stone tablets.
That's because you're old.
Yeah. It's funny because he's old.
Yeah, good one, Timmy. Yeah,
I know. He's older than me.
Yeah, barely.
This is dark.
Gorgeous.
Look.
So this one does come from, you said Craig Harrison. He emailed me. Oh boy, what are they planning over here? So Craig says, I managed to ship off my Amber Ale without including any information. Craig, at least you emailed me. I feel bad for the
With a great label.
killer label, yeah. He says, the beer is called Bernstair Beer. If my German is correct, this means Amber Ale.
Yes, that checks out.
If your German is correct, or if Google's German is correct, it's one or the other. But most people will read it differently, so I learned. I leaned into it with Papa Bear on the label. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's call it Papa Bear Ale. Let's see.
Daddy Ale.
Yeah, he stuck to the parameters beautifully. Brü 97. This is the first one that we know we've had that was fermented with Brü 97. So my experience with that yeast is you pitch it, you add it to the wort, and it'll take 2 days before you start to see any real activity. But then within like 24 hours, it's done. So it's a really interesting yeast.
I just like it because Brü 97.
It's BRY 97. Just a lot of people, sound it out, but it's a unique yeast. I've used it 3 times, I think, in my life. Hundreds of batches that I've brewed, I've used it a few times. You guys have had beers I've made with it. Just
I'll be
super
the
clean.
judge of that.
Yeah, so this is one that wasn't supposed to be included because it's not a Chico yeast, but they put it on there thinking it was, and so it's all good. But let's get
If
into
I
the
had
smell.
a Chihuahua, I would name him Chico.
Yeah,
That's
Pet
an
Chico.
awesome name.
Ooh, it smells great, in my opinion.
It does smell good.
Ooh, I mean, I want to let you guys comment before I.
All right.
It smells like all the others.
Pause.
It smells
So
almost like
Tim's
nothing.
catching a buzz now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God, you
smells like a German amber.
the
Tastes
number
like-
of times I had to cut out in the Jersey and Tim beer reviews where you're like, it smells like nothing. I was like, look, it's funny the first few times. Oh, he's not trying to be funny. He literally cannot smell
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, Tim lost his schnoz in the war. WW1.
Back in Korea.
What?
What do you think, Craig?
I like the flavor. It's a little different than I've been tasting here.
This isn't like super punchy flavor
no,
wise.
it's a little smoother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
good
it a
call.
lot. I like it a lot. It's very much lighter
Very, yeah.
Like the
lighter.
flavors are all muted a little bit, but in a
Right.
way that makes it very easy to drink.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
could
is
crush
this is
it.
tasty. Great color.
Oh, beautiful.
Good
Clarity. I mean,
yeah.
that is crystal clear.
I mean, look at the lace.
The flavor
on
is
the-
great.
The lace is beautiful.
Yeah,
Isn't that
great.
nice?
That head's
Yeah.
not
It's
going
smooth.
away. The
Yeah.
head's not going away. It's a
It's here to party.
It's so weird looking at yours and looking at mine. I got this lamp over here, so my color is looking different than yours.
You also have condensation on yours, and I wipe mine off.
Well, don't
So
be
if
a
you-
bragger.
Yeah, that's borderline red as well.
Yeah.
Like orange red, right?
Kappa.
yeah, I mean, but the lighting in this room is so different from edge to edge.
I can't wait for you to say that 15 more times.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Well, you're at about 12, so
Well,
Yeah,
we have 4
we'll
more
get there.
beers, so times 3. Yep.
3 more after this. Yeah, that's an excellent beer. I would not say it's my favorite though, because it is a little bit more unique. My opinion is it's got a little bit more bitterness than the other ones. But that could be the yeast. Like you don't know where that's coming from, but I feel like that's part of what mutes those toastier flavors, and it makes it just feel like a crisp, clean, almost like a Vienna lager.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
something.
Is that
Like
from
that.
the Y97?
Bry 97.
Bride 97.
Yeah, welcome back to Bry
Welcome
97.
back to
Yeah.
Bride 97.
Today we've got for you,
Top
and we're
4.
back. No, it's a great beer.
I wonder how the lighting in his room is.
I can tell you.
So much closer.
I can tell.
13.
You know what, Tim? A light bulb just went on.
Oh boy.
All right, moving on.
It's pretty dim.
This is a lot of beer.
Ooh, I like the more I drink it, the more I like it.
There's 4 in here.
Oh boy. Should
says
we save
amber-
that one? Should
it
we
says-
save that one for the last then?
Sure.
If there's 4, let's go with the other one. Yeah.
Shake it up thoroughly.
That way people can be like, all right, they're done with the real stuff. We can skip it.
Oh yeah.
We might get into some good shit at the end though. Who knows?
Healing.
Oh, another secret, eh?
Oh, Brent Langdon.
Brent Langdon. We've had beers from Brent before.
Oh, Craig.
Oh. Blue
Good
painter's
time
tape.
for me to go pee.
Craig, why don't you share a little bit about what your plans are for these? Because you gave these to me about 2 months ago.
I did. I gave Marshall a couple rolls of yellow tape to pass out.
Pass
to-
out.
To pass out via the internet.
They're label makers.
Oh, you know why you probably didn't see those is because it's dim in here.
Well,
Oh, there they are.
here's the thing, Craig. You gave those to me like when we put the offer on this house. So I thought, I'll just stow them away. I've left them out so I don't
so
forget
Craig,
about
you're
them.
basically the asshole here.
am.
Nice job.
No, I'll own that.
I love
Also,
Bro, I will own
I've
that.
really enjoyed seeing them out
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day since we
The
moved
yellow-
in.
beautiful decoration.
I'm so
isn't
glad
it?
they're not put away.
They started on
I'm
the
surprised
fridge.
you didn't use them to paint the other room.
We were this close. Because I know Craig could give me a whole box of those if I need. We've got 2 rolls of yellow painter's tape. Would you call them painter's tape?
No.
Masking
tape.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
What are you masking with it? Paint?
No, you're masking cars, not
To
rooms.
to what though?
What?
What are you masking the cars for?
So you don't get overspray on
From-
the adjacent panels.
From
this
what?
this
From paint.
conversation
Okay.
got way more
All right,
boring
got it.
than
So
it
we're
needed to.
so we're on the same page here. It's painter's tape.
Yeah, it's
No,
also masking
we don't call
tape.
it painter's tape.
What do we call it?
Masking tape.
But what are you masking off? Paint.
Got to mask off your mouth.
To all of our listeners, this is what our day-to-day feels like with all these guys. So anyways, what we're going to do, did we figure out how we want to give these out? Do you want me to give them to the Brü Club leadership?
Dude,
and they
you
can
got
mail them out,
to
or-
Craig, you
I
got to
want-
autograph those.
I want them to give them to the people that keep sending blue tape. This is horrible.
Brent, you're getting some.
What if we just send one to Brent?
Yeah.
Done. But Craig,
Yeah.
you got to autograph the first.
How about we all
Stitch on it.
autograph? We all autograph as if we're like real celebrities. Whatever. Let's just act like
Yes.
it.
Okay.
Let's all autograph it. And we'll send
Autograph
one to
painter's
Brent,
tape.
and then maybe we'll save the other one for the
Wow.
next one, and we'll give it to
Yep.
the next person who sends a blue. We're gonna get all fucking blue tape on the next
Yes.
one.
We're getting it
Because
going.
everybody wants your autograph, Craig.
You know, Craig's boss
I
is
do
going to
have
come in
beautiful
and say, "Hey,
handwriting.
you know,
What?
I do have beautiful handwriting.
Your handwriting honestly looks like it's beautiful.
What does it look like, Marshall?
Well, I was gonna say it looks like you spend a lot of time on like legibility in school. Is all I was gonna say. You have great handwriting.
Thank you,
There's one person in this room that has better handwriting than you.
Laura.
You know that.
Well, duh.
Her handwriting looks like
I thought you were
it
gonna
should
say
be a
me.
font.
Yeah. So here's the funny thing. So Craig's boss going to come to him next week. Hey, Craig, we did some inventory. We got a little bit of a problem here.
Remember-
there's a shortage on the painter's tape.
Yeah, his boss is like, remember when you told us to listen to that stupid podcast?
Tape.
Yeah.
Masking tape.
On the painter's tape.
Hey, Craig, you got masking tape all over the painter's box.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So Brent gets one.
Brent.
Yes.
Lest we forget. I do not want to forget. Brent gets one. We'll all sign it.
You want me to write his name on it right now?
Here's
No,
his
write your
here-
damn name on it.
Here's Brent's address. 1273. Do we have his address?
Oh, I thought you knew it. I was like, how the fuck did you know this? You had so much conviction.
Yeah, I was really confident about my bullshit.
Like, oh, road trip.
We were all like looking at you like, damn, he must got the freaking business
I
card.
looked over your shoulder. I saw it on the computer.
I don't even have Brent's address, but
Brent, please email Marshall your address.
No, I guarantee you the Brü Club has it. We'll connect with them. We'll all sign this. Put Brent on the outside. Write it on the outside. You need a
Craig,
Sharpie?
what's your email? Brent can email you.
Oh, shut the
Oh my God!
Boy.
You should mask that off.
Craig just spilled his beer like a dingus oringus.
Look who came prepared.
Oh, Marshall's
guy.
got a lot of paper towels hidden in his
See how good
desk drawer.
your drilling capabilities
You
are.
better do it.
Yeah.
Be careful so you don't get shocked, is all I'm saying.
Why do you have so many paper towels stored hidden in your drawer?
For this reason.
It's just one roll.
Oh,
For this
that's
very
a big
reason,
roll.
Yeah. And I did not think it was going to be Craig to be the first spill in the office.
I did not.
You had me, yeah.
I actually did.
I've never spelled anything.
In front of the Miller Lite can, Craig. All right, so
Oh,
we got
Craig.
So that's what we're gonna do. Here, hand me one of those rolls, Craig. Don't knock the other beer over. That's not gonna work.
Now I'm going to get electrocuted.
You know what? Leave it alone. This is gonna
You
be
have
like
wires going
Give me
through
those
I
it.
know I do. I got it. But we're gonna.
Yeah,
that's
he's
Brent
masking
Langdon.
off the electricity.
So he sent us. Did send us a note. Boy, we spent a lot of time talking about nothing there.
Sorry, Laura.
No, it's my.
I'm so scared right now.
All right, here we go. I believe this is my third time sending beers for the AvgBrü podcast, with the Pale Ale and West Coast Pilsner being others. This is my take on a more modern American amber ale. When I first got into craft beer and homebrewing, amber ales were everywhere. Amen to that. They were everywhere. I used to drink a lot of Full Sail amber. That's
Oh, Full
another
Sail.
amazing amber ale.
That's a good one.
When I lived on the West Coast, it's not a style that I drink or brew these days, but maybe it should be. I looked at various amber ale clone recipes and decided to shift the balance more toward Munich malt to provide some malty character and lower the common level of crystal malt, which were often in the 15% range. Willamette hops take me back to my homebrewing roots. So he did use some Willamette. He didn't use any Cascade, Centennial, or Amarillo. That's fine. Brent, you did an amazing job. I mean, you won yourself, because of your label alone, you won yourself some yellow painter's tape.
Yellow painter's
tape.
tape.
He spilled and ran.
Yeah.
He gone.
He dipped.
I know. So, Brent, excellent job. I love
Stop
this beer.
it. That's not Brent's beer.
Oh,
That's the prior beer.
we haven't even drank his beer yet?
No.
I thought you poured
I
me
got
his
it
beer.
right here.
Yeah, you wrapped a nipple on that thing. You've been working at it for a minute.
I know. Going to
Can I
town
have the
on it.
water?
I don't need a rinse. I don't. It's
Okay.
fine. It's
Oh.
fine. Yeah. No.
Marshall coming
So-
in hot.
No, this is Yeah, it sounds like Brent and I started drinking around the same time. Oh,
Both
Cascades home, dude. You
Dude,
and I have talked a million
look at that.
times online. Oh boy, look at that.
That is noise. That there, Clark's a beer.
That is also way paler than the last one, but
Mm-hmm.
still. Would you say copper? Again, it's
Mm-hmm.
leaning in copper, right?
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
Craig's is so hazy you can't even see it. eh?
Look at your copper desk.
Yeah, yeah. Which I can't wait for you to actually clean up here in a minute.
I need some more paper towels.
I got
Quit being stingy.
roll for
Yeah,
you.
you put them down there.
What do you guys think of this one? Have you talked
I haven't
about
tried it yet. Craig was distracting.
So this, to me, in my opinion, this has one of the best aromas. At least I haven't tasted it, but one of the best aromas of the night.
Oh,
It's
my
that
God.
perfectly biscuity with a hint of caramel in it. Oh,
Dude,
it's
take
money.
a sip, and it is a biscuit punch in the mouth. Dude, how good is this beer?
Pretty cool.
Oh, dude. Tim, have you tried this one?
I did. It's good. No. I can't smell anything.
I have not.
I wasn't asking you, Craig. Here, I'll take that.
Billy McSpillers.
All right, give Craig another fill here.
Here, Craig.
It's
take
right
the-
there. It's right here.
It was that damn blue tape.
It pissed you off so much.
Yeah,
did.
it's a
I just
little,
threw
it's a little
shit.
bitter.
No,
but
it's okay. That's the
super-
beauty of what we set up in here is that it's
Super biscuit forward.
yeah, biscuit forward, but not as biscuit forward as Fat Tire. It's not
Fair. Yeah. Biscuit. Dude, Fat Tire is like, I think it's like over.
that. It's a caricature of biscuit.
Yeah.
Is what it feels like
Yeah.
to me.
Oh, man, that one was good.
What do you think, Timmy?
I already said.
I would ask you to repeat.
Say it again, Tim.
It was. It's got bitter.
Perfect.
Shit. Tim just had a seizure.
Honestly.
It's from his fall.
I do
know,
like
God.
it. It is bitter for me though.
Is you,
Little bit.
do you get bitter out of it?
Yeah,
I mean,
do.
it's the, yeah, there's, I get hoppy, which I associate with bitter.
yeah, I get bitter.
I think this is my favorite
It's
one of the night
It's
so
not
far.
an off bitter.
No,
no, it's
no,
just
it's
there.
not
Yeah,
bad.
there's a little hair on the back end.
Like balancing bitter, or do you think, or
Well, the way that you're looking at me feels like I should say yes. Yes.
I will never look at you again.
I think
in that way.
overall that this beer is actually super balanced. There's good strong notes up front of biscuit. There's good strong back end
It's
bitterness.
hibiscus.
Yeah, there's a
That's what I
ton of
heard.
hibiscus flower in it.
Nah,
Great color, good head. I think this is a perfect example of
no, too
amber.
bitter.
Too bitter for you?
Yeah.
Something's bitter.
He's just mad that
Why
he
are you
spilled-
taking it out on the poor guy that built this beer?
Oh, I get what you're doing.
I don't like it.
I love that you just chugged an entire. I love that you just inhaled an entire glass of it in one sip. This is, I think, my favorite of the night so far. So
It is good.
I love that crispness that the bitterness brings to it, and maybe that's what we're like. You're perceiving bitter, and I'm perceiving crisp. Yeah, I
You
love
should
it.
try different beers.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
And I
I'm
like
not-
how
right.
he's just a brewer of the people. He uses tape
Me?
for his label. I mean,
Well, he's gonna get
just-
some yellow tape.
he's a-
Don't
Well-
grab it, Craig.
Well,
Don't
I'm
you
not
touch
with all
it.
the cords going through it. I can't.
There is one. I'm not even going to get into this right now. We're going to take care of it at the end. Brett,
This
you're,
is spun so far off the rails.
it's so far off the rails. I know. Thanks to pizza and beer. Jeez.
Is there more pizza left?
All right. There's more pizza and wings, dude. So
Where it gets crazy.
Tim, while he's prepping these next ones, is that the last one?
Yeah.
So we're moving on to our last
All right.
batch, but there's 4 bottles in this.
Of
Jeez.
two different kinds.
So we're gonna do the amber ale first. Find whatever one's the amber ale, then we'll move on to the next one as a special bonus, like the extra track. We should do it like 15 minutes at the end of the episode. Did you like this one?
I did.
Did you think it was bitter?
I did.
That was you who said that
Yeah.
first. Okay,
I didn't
okay.
get anything, of course, from the smell. That's because I can't smell. But it had a bitter that lingered on at the end for me. I mean, it was good though. It was smooth.
It is so good to me. This is my favorite one so far. And there've been they're all, it's like within range. Did Laura drink this one? Did you drink this one? I did. What do you
Wow.
Oh my God. This is like Temu version of podcasting right now.
Why is the
What did
little
you think
mic-
of it?
Well, I just told Craig that when you were raving about it, that would mean there's no way we can love the same beer.
There's no way you're going to love a beer. I
No.
mean, let's be honest, right?
Right, because I'm taking sips of a blackberry White Claw in between all
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
But,
Well,
As
tell us
far
about
as the
that.
ones that you've tried go, what did you think of this one?
well, I always gauge whether I can drink it, and I could drink it, so that's a good sign.
That is honestly
That's
the
a win.
best compliment Brent's going to get in all of 2025 probably.
That's a win.
yeah.
Yes.
So, okay, cool. So great. Thank you, Laura. That was awesome. We got 3 pages here, boy. Oh, okay. So, amber ale first. I see what he did here. I see what he did. This is going to be fun.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, you're right. So, this podcast were the soundtrack to my pre-pandemic commute to the office and continue to fuel my post-pandemic runs now that I work from home full-time. Oh, boy. I love the quarterly Average Brew series because it forces me out of my comfort zone to brew things. How many times have we heard that from people?
Dude, we are creating new levels of brewing.
I wasn't patting our backs.
I was.
Okay.
We are the dream makers.
It forces me out of my comfort zone to brew things that might not be very high on my priority or preference list. I assume, like everyone else who listens to this podcast, I have a treasure trove of old recipes made on a whim or when inspiration struck that are just waiting to be brewed. I feel like a teacher. I'm going to have to tell you guys to split it up if you keep doing this. To be honest, I never even looked at the guidelines. Oh, great. Thanks a lot there, Ben. Once I saw it was an American Amber Ale, I already had something in the recipe vault I knew I wanted to brew. There's a beer from a local brewery, Masthead Brewing in downtown Cleveland. I've actually had Masthead Brewing beer.
So wait, did he just like run out of time and go like pour some of their beer in theirs?
No, he says it's called Midwest Red IPA. It's a multi-medal winner at GABF.
Oh.
Shut up, Tim. You never heard of Oh, he goes, that's a good beer. And a beer that I used to...
better.
Oh, I thought you said it's a good beer. That I used to always pick up a 4-pack when they have it. Unfortunately, over the years, the beer's gone from 6% ABV to the mid 7% ABV.
Hey, speaking of that, why do they sell beer? Crow and Wolf does this too, and it's annoying as hell. It's 4 packs of beer
For like $28.
Yeah,
too.
I'm
I
a
know.
degenerate drinker. I mean, 4 packs. That's just getting things started.
We're going to leave that alone. Unfortunately, we could do a Brews Views on 4-packs, you and me.
Okay.
Blues Cruise?
Oh, Booze Cruise.
Blues Clues.
Yeah.
That's the first time. Okay, whatever. You guys. Unfortunately, over the years, beer's gone from 6 to 7% ABV and has become something I don't care for as much. So I set out to make something that modeled this beer, but a little more in line with what I prefer drinking now. A bit lower in ABV, but still with a supportive malt backbone, a crisp finish, a smack of bitterness. Something I can drink a big glass of and not hate myself in the morning. As an homage, my beer is called Heartland Amber. Recipes attached. Smack of bitterness?
It's a
does.
smack in the face.
Yeah.
Is it really? Is this
Not only is the beer a smack in the face, the label's a smack in the face. Look at that.
This smells so good.
Well, taste it.
No, I'm not. Craig, you look.
This is the flattest beer that we've had.
In terms
There's
of
like carbonation.
Yeah.
I get the.
Mine's carbonated really well.
Are you just saying that to be
I'm
argumentative?
dead serious.
Yes.
Taste it. Okay, so I will say this is way more close to a red IPA than an amber ale. All right, Ben. This is from Ben S. By the way, from Northfield, Ohio.
I think
Ben,
it's good.
I
You
don't
guys
think
don't like it?
I don't think he gave his full.
This
last
strikes
name.
me very IPA-y.
It's very IPA. Yeah. This is like runs the line of okay. Remember Celebration Ale, Tim? I make you drink it every fucking season.
Yes, you do make me drink it.
This is a less bitter, less hoppy version of that.
So nothing like it.
All right. Somebody's phone's talking to them. Turn it off.
It's not mine.
This is, I'll be honest, this is a little bit more my speed than American Amber Ale. I love this.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you're a learned man.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it. I mean, I
It's not.
crushed mine.
I appreciate Ben for pointing out that he was aiming it after a
It
red
wasn't
IPA.
bad. No.
I like that he took it and made it his own and said, "Hey, I'm not really a big fan of what it's turned into. This is what I would like to see it be." And
I think it's
C'est la
really,
vie.
I think it's really cool. He, let's check the ABV. He sent the recipe. By the way, we're not done quite yet. As much as our listeners might want us to
By
be.
the way,
He brewed this on December 9th, so it's been 2 months. Yeah, 2 months
yeah,
since he brewed it. Don't do that.
sorry, sorry, I didn't mean to touch it.
you were creating an echo chamber. This isn't even that high of.
that's what he said. He set out.
Dude, what?
It's like 5.3.
Yeah, 5.3. 5. Yeah, exactly.
Damn, Tim.
Nailed it.
Hey.
Or 5%. Yeah.
Oh, take that.
Oh, that
back.
was a little premature. Give back.
You know,
Nope.
2 in one hand, bunch in the other, whatever that saying is.
So close. I actually personally liked it. It was definitely more on the bitter side, much
Yeah.
more IPA, which I think it's not an amber.
Yeah, I mean it's a they call it red IPA, but red is just a allusion to it's amber IPA.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I
Yeah.
apologize.
A little more bitter than what you would normally pick. Yeah, I know.
I mean, if there was that or a White Claw there, I would drink a
wasn't
White
bad.
Claw.
Oh, I would pick this over a White Claw all day. I love White Claw, but I like this a lot.
Yeah.
But I think I like this more than I like. I love amber ale. Don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But there are other styles I like a lot more.
Yeah.
And this is one. Yeah. Did you think did it remind you of Celebration at all? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. It wasn't as bitter as the Celebration. And
No. Justin's over here ripping his shirt off.
My buttons are holding on for dear life.
that one sure is. Look at that. You got any safety glasses?
These fucking pearl snaps are not doing their job. Oh, this shirt is just giving me poor posture, and
They don't call you BB Gun Kelly for nothing.
and welcome to the Brülosophy podcast.
Okay, that was the last beer.
No.
Ben. No, listen. The last real beer.
Oh,
this
If
is a
you're
fake beer. This is no duels.
It's also from Ben. If you're sick of listening to this crap, and I listen,
know I
look,
am.
we drink 10 beers in every one of these episodes. You can stop now. Quit now. We're gonna
Don't
move
you
on.
quit
Don't
now.
you
This is
quit.
the Brülosophy show.
But if they want to, they can.
they
No,
can't.
they can't.
no, they can't. You're in
They're
for the long
beholden
haul.
to us, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna
You
review
better-
Miller Lights after this.
If we hear a
What
click,
if we just did like an 8-hour episode of us drinking Miller Lite?
okay.
it's going to be basically an episode of us going to the bathroom every 40 minutes.
Or an episode of us doing a normal Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's open this one. Ben, excellent job. I clearly liked it more than everyone else. I feel like Justin and Tim were on board with it, but Craig was not a fan.
I'm sorry.
Which is funny because you love hazy IPA, which is known for being way less bitter.
Hashtag fake fan.
No.
Great job, Ben. Appreciate you sending it in, man.
Good
It was
effort,
delicious.
Ben.
Good. Keep it up. Next time.
I swear to God,
So,
Ben, I
this
might
is
send
a-
you the next roll of tape.
This is a single, not a double.
It's a Belgian single. So would you like me to read for you?
It's a German single.
Is this from Ben again?
Belgian single. So this was, I believe this was the last Average Brew we did, was this style. And so I think he's sending us the version he didn't get selected to send us.
Got it.
But he made it anyways. I don't know. I'm just guessing this. But we all loved the last.
Can I have your cup?
Yeah. Thank you. The last style. So who cares how the rest, that's not. So this is a bonus
It's
review.
so crazy when you fire off something that's not amber and you're used to seeing
Tastes
amber.
like Redemption
Oh.
from the last one.
Oh my goodness gracious. That
Yeah.
smells so good.
I like this.
I think that last one when we did the Belgian singles, I think we loved every beer that we
did.
got.
Very
Yeah.
clean. Yeah.
Oh, that is way clean.
Holy cow, that is a departure
What
from what we
in
were drinking.
The world did he ferment this with? Because usually when you drink a Belgian beer, you expect real fruity or like peppery.
Well, I'm getting something on the back after it sat there.
That's clean and crisp.
Yeah.
It's so clean.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for
Fresh
the
and
yeast.
so clean.
It's weird, huh? When you drink it, you're like, okay, it's nothing overly remarkable. Then it sits on your tongue, and then there's a flavor that imparts itself that I can't figure out.
It's
He
kind of peppery as it sits on your tongue.
Very
That's what it
finish.
is.
It's like
A white pepper.
We've all had white pepper, but a lot of us don't actually know the difference between white and black pepper.
Well, one's white, one's black.
But I think the white is also more subtle.
The white's absolutely more.
Is that what it is?
Subtle.
So
Yeah.
so
white is used a lot more in Asian style cooking than black pepper.
Yeah, and it's also used in what I read when I looked it up years ago is that it's used in dishes where you don't want that peppery heat to come through as strong, but you want that pepper
Subtle
flavor.
heat.
Yeah. That's what I get in this. It's so subtle. Like if you served this to me and told me it was a, American lager or something like, I would probably believe you. It's not. There's really no.
It's like
Belgian character to it.
Yeah, it's like if a craft brew tried to make a very basic lager, but they just couldn't make something
They
basic.
didn't do
had
it
to
quite
spin
right.
it.
Yeah. I agree. It's absolutely delicious. Did you like it, Timmy?
Yeah, it was good.
Timmy, did you like it?
I did.
Okay.
Were you sensing something, Justin? Was that?
He was looking at me in the corner of his eye. I see you.
Yeah, I like it.
I see you.
It's good.
It's good.
You like it, Craig?
I do.
What's your favorite part of it, aspect of it?
The taste,
Anything else?
the color.
The taste.
No, it's good. It's refreshing.
Okay,
To me, it's refreshing.
It's insanely refreshing. That's where I'm at too. We're gonna finish this off with letting Laura give us her 2 cents on this.
Not 3 cents. Lock it up.
I like it. I don't.
Do you really?
No, I do. I like. It seems.
Is it awkward to you at all? Is there like an awkward flavor? Because you'll drink like a Coors Light or a Miller Light, but it's
If I have
that's
to.
just if you have to, because it's just plain. Is
Yeah.
this as plain as that, or is there something more to it?
I'd say it's about that.
It's
Not that far off for me.
It's oddly missing what I would expect in a Belgian ale, but it works because it's delicious. Did Justin fall asleep? Do you hear him breathing into the mic over there?
I'm asthmatic and my shirt's a little snug.
Wow.
Why don't you let loose a couple buttons there,
A
Boyle?
little snug.
All right. I'm gonna call this. That is it for the 12th Average Brew review
Average is
episode.
here.
And Justin's buttons.
And Justin.
My shirt isn't that tight, you jagaloons.
No,
Okay.
no. It's beautiful. You wear it well. It's also it for our first beer review in this studio, which I thought worked out really well. I know it's weird all looking at each other for once.
It is
'cause
weird.
Well, and the lighting. Got it.
Nailed it.
15.
Nailed it.
That's
15.
Yeah, good Lord. If you would like to be a part of this project, please head over to thebrewclub.com. That's thebruclub.com to learn more about getting involved. Tim, Justin, Craig, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel, The Brewlosophy Show, where host Martin Keene covers a bunch of fascinating topics in the world of brewing and beer. And make sure to head over to brewlosophy.com to stay current on everything we are up to. The Brewlosophy Podcast is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors as well as all of our rad listeners. We seriously could not do this without you. Cheers to everyone who has subscribed and left a review of our show. It makes a huge difference. If you haven't yet, please consider doing so. Head over to brewlosophy.com/support to view a list of ways you can easily help us to continue producing this podcast. If you want a reward for your support, visit patreon.com/brewlosophy. Thanks again for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Brewlosophy Podcast. Until then, think beer.
Start off the morning with some hot tea, lemon and honey, cause it suits my throat. Put some herb in the bowl, yeah, it's homegrown. Ain't gotta go through the middleman, no